Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your breaker for tonight's show,
my God,
likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners in his Patrick Mahomes jersey,
none are better than this one, the best quarterback in the world.
Oh, there
Patrick Mahomes.
and staring at the messy posters over his bed, it's Kamen Entchev.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. Kamen Entchev here with Rip Camalucci, ready for a massive 3 p.m. show. 15 boxes left. The GOAT Tom Brady still out there. Sick Brock Bauer Speedflex earlier today as well. We got ourselves a brand new Diamond Series. Peyton Manning in the house as well on the Speedflex. All the Diamond headliners out there. All the Diamond boxes out there. So much heat in that one. Black and blue half and half. 6 boxes left. 5 headliners, 2 speed flexes. We are absolutely loaded across the break page. Cannot wait to get started, Rip. How you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing great. Still adjusting to time management of these new shifts. Personally,
I got you in here a little sooner between shows.
Oh, well, exactly what I'm referring to,
right,
boss
good.
Man.
We're on the same page.
Yes,
I'm just messing.
Let's just
but
strike
I'm
that
not.
off on the. Already
Yes.
covered that when our performance reviews come up.
Gotcha. Greatest pitching duo of the
There you go.
afternoon. I did not witness it. I actually have the under in that game, which looks good, by the way, under 6.5. But I also have the White Sox losing, which does not look good. So the more you know. What's up, Dustin? What's going on, guys? We'll get the party started. 2 virtual dice looking for 6 or higher on our dice roll. Of course. Okay. Here we go. Randomizer going up. Now let's see what we got here. I'm going to make the chase to 1 and 4. It's an awesome series. Want to get this moving. Give it a kick in the butt. Let's see if we can get that Brady out. We'll go 1 and 4 will be the chase, which I know we'll do because we have 1 spot to go in the single, Rip.
Oy, oy, oy.
1 spot to go in the single. So dice row is 6. And we do have 1 pre-flow actually in the minis. So real quick, I'll do the breaks here real quick. Just a quick peek at some of the breaks we have up right now. So 1 and 4 single just sold out. We have this Tom Brady Speed Flex still left. Talking about in the ballpark of $3,000 or more. That military style Tom Brady Speed Flex. That thing is crazy. And then the other great series to play, the Diamond Helmets, brand new series. Manning Flex, Bijan Gates, Mike Evans, Warren Moon. All the boxes left, all the headliners left in this Fire Diamond series. Closer look at the Gates, the Manning. Here's that Bijan Robinson. So those are the breaks to attack, the 1 and 4 and the Diamonds this afternoon. We'll start with the mini. This is our second to last mini break. Mini double number 10, go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers. Got some questions. Rashad Sims and Dustin Pinkman. What are your squads, guys? New guys in the break room, let us know what teams you like and how you heard about Ultimate Autographs.
Holler at us.
Eric Burns, John Baker, Tim Millard, Ryan Andreessen also in this break. Drop me 2 box numbers, guys. Looks like we have in the mini helmets 4 boxes left, 26, 28, 29, and 30. So need 2 of those numbers. Otherwise, I'll go to the wheel to pick our numbers. And then, yeah, a lot of breaks early here. Should be an awesome, awesome show. Do have a 1 and 4 on deck. Definitely looking forward to that as well. Vault is close. The last vault single here in the break room. 3 spots to go in that vault break. So I'm going to go to the picker wheel. I've not heard numbers from the guys. Picker wheel, 26, 28, 29, and 30, I think, are left. Cowboys and my buddy, says Dustin. Who's your buddy? Is it a break room fan here? If you're a Cowboy fan, you came to the right break room. We get tons of Cowboy gear. Actually, ironically, right now, we don't have as many Cowboy photo headliners as we usually do, but there's always Cowboys lurking in the break room, right? Always lurking. So numbers available are 26, 28, 29, and 30. I need 2 box numbers. Drop them in. Otherwise, they'll go to the wheel. All box numbers are scrolling at the bottom here. The box numbers are scrolling at the bottom. So in the mini helmets, about to pop up right now, 26, 28, 29, and 30. Nobody wanted those late box numbers. Very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Shay Owens. Yeah, he's got some good stuff. Shay's a good person, good customer. Awesome, awesome. All right, without further ado, I'm going to go to the box numbers. I'm going to let the wheel pick. Wheel will pick here because we have a lot of breaks to get to and a lot of fun to have. So we'll start with 29, I think. It'll stick. 29 will do. And then 1 more. And we have Krusty saying 26 is the winner. All right, Krusty. Let's see here. 29, and in the second box, we'll find out about 26 because that's coming up. 26 and 29 in the minis. Got the Eric Dickerson mini left as our last headliner. Last break in the minis coming up. Then a brand new series when we get that next one done with fresh headliners. The board. Yes, very important. We'll get that board updated for you guys. Should be a lot of fun here. All right. Rashad down to Tim. Good luck, guys. Mini double coming up. We got, I think, 6 clicks. Dustin's the new guy. What's up, Dustin? What's your squad, brother? Or Cowboys, excuse me. He's the Cowboys fan, the new guy. Good to have some fresh blood in the break room. Eric Burns has the NFC North. Dustin Pinkman has the NFC South. Who's that guy working in the other room? Colin Rudisil. Ryan Andreessen, NFC East. Rashad Sims, NFC West. Eric Burns, AFC North. John Baker, AFC South. Tim Millard, AFC East. And Tim in the AFC West. All right, we got 26 and 29 in the mini helmets. And then 1 and 4, the can't miss 1 and 4, is on deck.
Indeed. Get a shot out of a cannon here.
Well, how about this? How about this? We are starting with a headliner for a new guy, Rashad Sims, Eric Dickerson, the very clean Rams mini, the single season rushing record holder, 2,105 rushing yards. Also 9th all-time in career rushing yards, the Hall of Famer, the great Eric Dickerson. All right, Rashad, good start, my man.
Well done.
A very, very good start here in the break room. Rashad Sims is not messing around here at UA.
Came to play.
He came to play.
Win.
I want winners.
Well, you got one.
We got one. Rashad Sims, big-time winner. I'll get this Dickerson put back in the boxy. 1 more mini, then 1 and 4. We'll see if it's Brady time coming up next, perhaps. Thomas Edward Brady, the GOAT, out there in that 1 and 4 series. We have a double and a quad that aren't far behind either as well, Rip. And that is the chase today, the 1 and 4. Ooh. How about new customer mojo in this break?
Okay.
Dustin's a new guy. You're taking home a beautiful creamsicle autographed by Super Bowl MVP Dexter Jackson. Part of those Bucks teams in the early 2000s, knocked out the Raiders in the Super Bowl. Nice job, Dustin. And, Dexter Jackson, obviously terrific. But, you think of Derek Brooks, Warren Sapp, Rondé Barber, all Hall of Famers. But on the biggest stage, the biggest game, he was the best defensive player on one of the best defenses ever. Dexter Jackson, Super Bowl MVP.
On the creamsicle, too. Gotta love that classic creamsicle.
Amen. Very clean. Congrats, Dustin. Starting your break room career with a dub.
Heck yeah,
very
right.
Nice. He says, heck yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Heck yeah, indeed, my man. Dustin Pinkman. He's like Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad, right?
But a nice guy.
Yes.
But just a good guy,
Just a good guy.
Not cooking meth.
Not cooking meth. Just cooking wins.
Go Gators.
Go Noles,
Go
says Chandler
Gators.
Dunning. What's up, Chandler? Hey, Chandler, I have breaking news for you.
Breaking.
The Tom Brady helmet turns out is still left. So you want to get back in that 1-4 quad? Get your spots. We still got the Brady Speedflex out there in that 1-4. It is absolutely terrific. The greatest quarterback of all time, Thomas Edward Brady.
Get your spots.
Could be coming up next, actually, because the single is next in that 1-4. Hear that all the time, says Dustin. Man, I'm not original, but that's okay. Can't miss 1-4 single number 8. Go ahead and drop me a box number Todd Meyer. More new blood in the break room. Kenneth Wolkowski, also a newer guy. Joyce Mofo. That's a mofo out there. What's up, you mofo? And then Rob Finch with the closer spot in the can't miss 1-4. Cooking dubs, says Dustin. Yes, cooking dubs is a good thing to do. Cooking dubs in the room. Ken with 11. Thank you, Ken. 11 shall do. This is the can't miss 1-4. There's no 11, actually. Numbers are scrolling on the bottom. We got 9, 10, 16, 17, 19, 21, 24, 26, 27, 29, 31, 32, and 34 to 36. So scrolling right at the bottom. Need a box number. Box number. Don't have 11. So, who's got a number? Try again, Ken. I know Ken's a Patriot fan, and he's looking for the greatest Patriot ever, Tom Brady. I know we have all these debates about the greatest player in each, franchise's history. No such thing with the Patriots. There's not much of a debate. 21. Thank you, Ken. 21 works. As I call it, the Slammin' Sammy Sosa box. 2-1.
Back to Wrigley.
Yeah, I saw that. About time. About time for Sammy Sosa. Mistakes were made, but he's an icon. About time. We got ourselves 6 clicks. 6 is the dice roll. 4 and a 2. We have 3. We got 4. We got 5. We got 6. We got Joyce Mofo looking for the Brady. That's the name, Mofo. Rob Finch in the basketball spot. Baseball spot is Kenneth Wilkowski. By the way, Kenneth, I know he was looking for Brady, but hey, Big Papi, not a bad consolation prize if it happens. And Todd Meyer, everything else. Come on, Krusty. Come on. I think you're better than that. And I'm a Mahomes and a Manning fan. I'm not even a Brady fan. All due respect to Adam Vinatieri, it's not even close. Tom Brady, Adam Vinatieri, no comparison. But hey, sometimes you got to rile up the chat, right? With hot takes. Vinatieri not on some of those late Patriot Super Bowl teams either. So not 6. I think Vinatieri was Vinatieri 3, or did he get a few of the other ones at the end? Because I know he went to the Colts at one point.
Oh, right.
Adam Vinatieri is a 4-time Super Bowl champion with the Pats. Brady is 6. Now, you can argue Vinatieri's on the Mount Rushmore of Patriots, but he's definitely not the best Patriot, and it's not even remotely close. And I'll leave it at that. I won't entertain that thought anymore, because that is, as we call, nonsense. Nonsense. We got a good mustache coming up. Raleigh Fingers baseball bat. Okay. Raleigh Fingers baseball bat. Very nice, Kenneth. Congrats on the Raleigh Fingers. One of the best pitchers in baseball history. Thank you, Rip. I feel like I'm taking out a sword on this bat. Also, the 1981 AL MVP. Takes a lot to win the MVP as a pitcher. South Dakota boy, says Dustin. South Dakota State on the alum. There we go. Who are you talking about, South Dakota State? You're talking about Vinatieri? Or who are you talking about? Talking about Raleigh Fingers. Raleigh Fingers, man, had the best mustache ever.
Ever.
7-time All-Star, a Cy Young, 3 World Series title, 4 relief titles, the Rolaids Relief Award, and a World Series MVP as well. Very nice. Yeah, we get pictures on bats because I think the bats look cooler than the baseballs. A little bit cooler to display. We do get pictures on bats here in the room. Yes, Raleigh Fingers. So I said 8 in a 15 chance at a headliner, Rip. It's now an 8 in 14 chance.
Woo.
Bison better than Jackrabbit, says Brian. North Dakota State. I mean, they are better at football, at least. North Dakota State is a powerhouse. Adam V's from South Dakota State. There you go. What are we? We're at Severance. Mark S. Adam V.
Oh, jeez.
Kenneth W. Report to the winner's office. You've won the Raleigh Fingers bat. Nice hit right there. Very nice hit. Dustin greater than Bomer, says Dustin. All right. Nice hit right there on the Raleigh Fingers. Start with the W, build your way up to some headliners, Rip. That's how we do it here in the break room.
How you get it done?
And get her done. So, thank you, says Kenneth. You're welcome, Kenneth. Let's keep the party going. 1 in 4 double, I believe, is only a couple of spots away. 14 boxes left now. Tom Brady still lurking, guys. 3 to go on that double box. First time win, says Ken. So, the best beard in sports history was elected to the NHL Hall of Fame yesterday, Joe Thornton. You know what? Was it you that had the Sith Lord reference, or was that Dom?
Yes,
that was you.
Yes.
So, it's hard to pick one best beard. I'm a Jedi. I don't live in absolutes. Bob is an absolutist because he says the best beard in sports history. It's hard to pick one beard in sports history. But shout out to Joe Thornton getting in the Hall of Fame. Bobby B. So great job, Ken, your first win. Congratulations on a terrific start here in the break room. We do have the Tom Brady still available, guys. I know Kenneth was looking for Brady. Try again, right? 14 boxes left. Running out of boxes, and the Tom Brady Speed Flex still out there, ladies and gents. Imagine getting this Brady in a 1 in 4 for just over $200, Rip.
I can imagine it, but I'm not even allowed to play.
Well, what does Herm Edwards say?
So I can only imagine it.
We play to win the game. Hello! So let's see that lid next, guys. Can't miss 1 in 4.
Hello.
The greatest quarterback in football history, Thomas Edward Brady. So that's going to be the big chase here. Brian Wilson might want to go talk with Joe T. That's the former Giants closer. I'm going to be honest. The best beard ever is between Brian Omer, who I can see his beard on his little photo here, or Jody Grider, who's in the break room as well. So I'm going to go with the guys that are in our break room as the best beards ever. I like Brian.
Smart
I don't
play.
know Brian well enough.
Smart
right now,
play.
Brian gets the number 2 spot. Jody Grider gets the number 1 spot because Jody's been here a while. What's up, David? David in the house says, hi, Kamen. What's up, Ripper? That's what they call you, the Ripper? I like it.
Are you ripping?
Ripping. You are the Ripper. So let's see that Brady Speed Flex, guys, in that 1 in 4 break. 2 spots to go in the double box. Goose Gossage as well has a really good beard. That's why I don't want to limit it to one beard. We can say among the best beards, but limiting it to one beard with all the great bearded men out there, not my thing to make it down to one, Rip. That is not what I would like to do. What I will do, however, though, is give you guys a top-to-bottom rundown. Let you guys know what we got going on here in the break room. Plenty of goodies here at UA. So, for example, can I get the info on the mini I got? Yes. You got Dexter Jackson. He's a Buccaneer defensive back. He was the Super Bowl MVP the year they beat the Raiders. Part of that awesome defense with Derek Brooks, Warren Sapp, John Lynch, coached by Tony Dungy back then. So very cool player, Dexter Jackson. I'll take second, but my big old beard is gone. Not winter in North Dakota anymore, says Brian. Okay. So shaved off the beard. All right, respect. Oh, so the 3 best beard ranks according to Bob and Bob only. Not according to any legitimate publication, just according to Bob, is Joe Thornton, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Brent Burns. I do love me some Fitzmagic. I also love the helmets here in the break room. 30 boxes left, 10 photo headliners, brand new Diamond Series. We just made this active on the page late in the last show, and we have some helmets I have never seen in my 4 years here. I've never seen this exact Peyton Manning helmet. A 5-time league MVP. Talk about the best beard. How about the best neck in the game? Peyton Manning, baby. The king of the neck. Beautiful speed flex with that blue visor. Extremely expensive lid because it's got one of the best quarterbacks out there, Peyton Manning. We still got this sharp Antonio Gates chrome speed flex. The chrome helmets are the most expensive helmets in the business. Most receiving touchdowns ever by tight end Antonio Gates. We have something I've never seen. This is like a matte silver speed flex Bijan Robinson. That thing is just stunning right there. 3rd in the league in rushing yards last year. Probably the best running back of his generation. We'll be talking about Canton with this guy. Talking about fantasy. Love that Bijan Robinson speed flex. I still got Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, the 2 best receivers in the league. 2 expensive autos. Obviously, young generation loves those guys. Hall of Fame running backs, Terrell Davis, Edgerrin James, Super Bowl champion receiver A.J. Brown, my boy Warren Moon on that Salute the Service Seahawks speed flex. All the headliners left, guys. 10 of them in the 30 boxes in the series. Let's attack those diamonds. Practice squad. We're down to just 8 boxes left. We got 4 headliners left in here. The 2 best receivers of this last generation, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, and then 2 secondary headliners, Steve Largent and Rodney Harrison. By the way, Hill and Adams, authentic helmets.
Yep.
You can win for less than $50 in that practice squad single. 1 and 4, 3 spots to go in the double, 3 spots to go in the quad. Did go over this earlier. The biggest name in the room, the greatest quarterback, maybe the greatest North American athlete of all time, Tom Brady on that speed flex. That is kind of what Brady, Jordan, Ruth, Muhammad Ali,
Phelps,
LeBron, Simone Biles, Serena Williams, Tiger Woods. There's your short list.
Great list.
Brady's right up there with all of them.
There you go. Clickbait that.
Right? Awesome speed flex. They asked Brady about 4 rings in Montana. He said, forget 4. I'm going for Jordan when he got the 7. So 7-time Super Bowl champion, the most expensive autograph in football memorabilia. You got a custom Tom Brady speed flex. You're looking at $3,000+ in value, $3,000 to $4,000 depending on who you sell it to on that Tom Brady. Still got Big Papi, David Ortiz, the clutchest Red Sox, helped end the curse, Big Papi, another legend in Boston area sports. Erling Haaland, one of the best goal scorers in the world on that autographed soccer ball. The Norwegian Beast, Hulk Hogan on the Funko, iconic wrestler. We got so many awesome hits in the secondary headliner. Shaquille O'Neal, one of the 10 greatest players ever for me. Chris Chelios, one of the best defensemen in hockey history. Ronald Acuna Jr., when healthy, top 5 player in baseball. Dame Lillard, one of the best shooters ever. All available in that 1 and 4 series. Vault, we're getting close in that single. Still got a $100 vault key, plus 3 helmets left in that series, and they're all really, really good. We have the black and blue half and half. 6 boxes left, Rip. This is no joke. 5 headliners left. Steve Young on that beautiful authentic for the Niners. You want to talk about records? I'll give you a record that will never get broken. 6 passing touchdowns in the Super Bowl, Steve Young. No one's going to touch that. 6 touchdown passes in the Super Bowl.
Not Mahomes?
I love Mahomes. 6?
If Allen gets there, you don't think he could do it?
6?
6?
No. Not in the
Okay.
Super Bowl.
Not in the
6
Super Bowl.
touchdown passes.
Okay.
They can do it in a regular season game, maybe. I think 7's the record for a regular season game. 6 for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Not touching that.
All right. I'll look for that
Steve
prop
Young.
in the next Super Bowl.
All right. Good luck. You win a lot of money, you bet that. Marshall Faulk, speaking of touchdowns, top 10 all time in rushing touchdowns. One of the best running backs ever on that Chrome Speed Flex. In that quad break, get Marshall Faulk, Steve Young, both with 1 spot. Hall of Fame running back Edgerrin James, 2-time leader in rushing yards in the league. Aiden Hutchinson on the Speed Flex. This is the Speed Flex, guys. Maybe the best young defensive player in the league. Then Josh Jacobs, one of the top 5 backs in the league. 5 headliners and 6 boxes in that break. Last mini break, then brand new series of brand new headliners coming up. We have the Jersey break, 4 spots to go. Still got a lot of headliners. A Hall of Famer, Jason Taylor, the great defensive end. LaShawn McCoy, one of the best running backs of the 2010s. The coach, Mike Ditka, Hall of Famer as a player and a coach. At that level, the guy was so good at both. Fred Warner, the best linebacker in the game today. And then another Niner legend, Frank Gore, NFL's 3rd all-time leading rusher, as a secondary headliner. We do have the mystery tab open. You can purchase the jerseys as a personal, the college rep helmets, where all the headliners are left except for Ricky Williams and Chris Olave. Earl Campbell for Texas. Got a pair of Georgia headliners. J-Mo Williams for Bama. Theismann Tim Brown for Notre Dame. So many iconic lids here in the college rep personals. You pay $339.99. You get a guaranteed helmet for the reps. NFL reps, just slightly over that price. Bo Jackson, one of the best athletes ever. AJ Green, terrific receiver. The speedster, Jamison Williams. 2 secondary headliners, Jalen Carter, Frank Gore. 5 headliners and 8 boxes in those rep personals. Headliner package, 1 mini, 1 jersey, 1 rep, 1 authentic, $1849.99. You get 4 headliner names. Some variety for new people, right? Get a mini, a jersey, a rep, and an authentic. Get it all. We also have this as a GOAT package for the GOAT people in our signature club, which you guys should join. You get free spots, free
man, come on, you don't have to
stuff. Join the SIG Club.
You don't have to call them goat people. I'm sure they're perfectly normal looking human beings.
They're goats in the break room. Greatest of all time. Mike Glennon is the king of the neck. Come on now, Kamen. Look, Mike Glennon's a former Bear quarterback. I respect Mike Glennon, but I think Mr. Manning takes the cake. The king of the neck, Peyton Manning. The neck game. I'm just saying, Rip. Bob's got championship sports trivia. Name the player, the number of championships won in the 4 major North American sports. Well, obviously for basketball, it's Bill Russell. And then it's Yogi Berra for baseball. And then, basketball, it's Jordan. And football, it's Brady. 7 for Brady, 6 for Jordan. No, actually, that's not Jordan. It's Bill Russell. 9 for Russell. It's 7 for Brady. I think it's 11 for Yogi Berra. And I have no idea about the hockey. So I'll defer to Bob on the hockey. So there you go. But I know Tom Brady's in the break room. That I know. I think it was 9 for Bill Russell, right? Bob will let us know.
Yeah. I think it may have been more,
Maybe,
honestly.
I don't know. He won a lot. He was a player coach at one point as well. And Bill Russell.
11.
Russell
Something was telling
11,
me,
Berra 10, Brady 7, and Henry Richard 11, says Bob. Okay. Well, I will say this. I saw a question posed on the internet. What's the hardest championship to win? Football, baseball, basketball, or hockey? And I think it's football because it's a best of 1, not a best of 7. So that's why Brady has 7. The other guys have more, but it's a little bit easier, especially all due respect to the teams back then. In Bill Russell's era, the Celtics had like 4 of the top 10 players in the league at that time. There were a lot less teams, a lot easier to win championships back in the day. Same goes for Yogi Berra. I mean, it was what? Back then, like, you didn't have as many teams in the playoffs. It was the pennants. So I think Brady's 7 are the most impressive for me. It's best of 1, not a best of 7. You get 7 chances to win, in a best of 7, not 1. Jared Menzer, says hockey. Jared, get that Brady, my man. I think that 1-4 break, are we sure, Rip, that Jared Menzer didn't make the series himself? He's a Boston area sports fan.
Yeah.
We have the GOAT Tom Brady. We did pull the Larry Bird warm-up, but we also have a David Ortiz in here.
Yeah, real Boston-coded, if I do say so myself.
And,
Shaq, technically.
we could have a Ray Bork in there, too.
Could be.
Could be in there, Boston Bruin Ray Bork. So we just watched McDavid lose 2 in a row. Yeah, but hockey is a team game, Jared. You can't win by being the best player alone in hockey because there's like 4 different lines. In hockey, it's kind of weird to think about this, but it's true. The best players play about a third of the game, even less, Rip. We're talking about 15, 18 minutes out of 60 for hockey. You have the NFL, the NBA. Like NBA, I think the impact is biggest. 5 guys in the court, you're playing, 75, 80% of the game. NFL, the quarterback touches the ball every play on offense. So I think, it shows it because Brady's got 7. That's less than any of the other guys as far as championships, right?
I have to agree with you there.
So let's see Brady here, the champion legend here in the break room in that can't miss 1-4. One of the best sports rivalries of all time, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Look at that Peyton Manning helmet. I think Mahomes and Josh Allen is the new Brady and Manning, but I grew up watching early 2000s football, man, and there was nothing better than putting the TV on and watching Peyton Manning and Tom Brady do their thing. In fact, I love it so much, Rip. You know what I did this afternoon on Sunday?
What's that?
I was watching NFL Network. They had a marathon, and I was nerding out. They had the Bears and Saints NFC Championship game 05. Then the Colts and Patriots afterwards. And that was the comeback where actually one of the rare times where Manning beat Brady head-to-head. The Colts were down big at halftime. I want to say it was like 21-6, and they came back and won. So that was just such a great football game.
Brady, we kind of have Brady versus Manning right now.
Which one are you going to chase? Right?
Exactly.
Right?
Which one's going to be the chase? And if we hit them both, which one's going to be the hit of the show?
So, Ken, obviously it depends on what bat we're talking about. Like, we're talking about a Bonds or a Griffey or a Judge or a Jeter. You could be selling it for $1,000, $1,200. If we're talking about Raleigh Fingers, I'd probably say a couple $100, give or take, right? Depends on who you're talking to. Think in the ballpark of 200. Could be a little bit less, Rip. I will forewarn you. Could be a little bit less. But think in that give or take ballpark, my man, as far as that bat you're talking about. Now, that is the rough ballpark estimate I would put out there. Raleigh Fingers on the bat. Like, you find the right A's fan, they might give you some money, right? You find the right A's fan, they might give you some moolah for that Raleigh Fingers. But what's the truth here, Rip? What do we always say? How much is something worth? As much as someone's willing to pay for it, right?
That's
right. You'll find stuff that sells for more or less. And a lot of it depends on how patient you are.
Exactly.
Keep this in mind. If you're looking to offload something in 2 or 3 days, you're not going to get your money's worth.
A quick flip is going to be good for a quick buck.
Yes. If you're going to want to put it up there for a few months, be patient, see what the offers are, then you'll get a whole lot more money.
Wait for, the throws of the season. Wait until, if it's an active player, wait until, they reach some, milestone or height or something like that.
Sure.
Even then, a player like Raleigh Fingers, wait for the season, to really get, we're in it right now. The dog days of summer, baby.
Talk to Krusty. He's a Brewers fan.
There you go.
Brewers fan, A's fan, Padres fan. He was on multiple teams. You can definitely get some goodies for that awesome Raleigh Fingers bat. 1 spot to go in the vault single, Rip. Knocking on that door. 1 spot to go in the vault. 5 to go in the diamond single. And still got 3 to go in the 1-4 double. And 3 to go in the 1-4 single. And 3 to go in the 1-4 quad. Look, most common misconception in the break room, Rip. When we pull a name that's not a headliner, people get scared. Here's the honest truth. We pulled Raleigh Fingers, which terrific player, Hall of Famer, one of the best pitchers ever, for the 1-4. one of the lesser hits in the series. We had 24 headliners and 36 boxes. It's one of the 12 non-names. When something like that comes out, the headliner ratios just got better, guys.
It's
just
math.
got better.
It's math.
So
It's
that
simple.
Manning lit his sixes, Rob Finch. Yes, it is, Rob. Yes, it is. He did play longer with the A's, but he was inducted in the Hall of Fame as a Brewer. Is that right? A Raleigh Fingers. Well, hey, that's what's great about those guys, too. Think about this when it comes to memorabilia. Sometimes the guys with the journeyman career, like a Deion Sanders, for example, played on a bunch of teams, more fans want to get that player, right? You want to get Deion on the Niners, get him on a Falcon, get him on a Cowboy, stuff like that. So that makes sense. Does make sense. Brady on a Buck, a Patriot. Other than the Hutch and the black and blue Rob Finch, we have the Chrome Speed Flex, Marshall Falk, two-tone Chrome Flex, the blue and the silver. We still have the Steve Young Authentic. Talk about a guy that went in with a lot of pressure, right? We had Joe Montana all those years, but the Niners actually basically let Montana walk, knowing they had Steve Young in the bank.
Go to the Chiefs.
So Steve Young, absolutely delivered, winning 2 MVPs. This is a must-have for a Niner fan.
After that first one, they were taking the monkey off his back.
Yeah, then he won the Super Bowl with 6 touchdown passes. So
Where have I heard that?
This show.
Oh,
I
right.
love to mention it. So Steve Young, though, all jokes aside, 49ers, one of the most iconic teams ever. A Steve Young helmet, easy to sell, easy to trade because every Niner fan wants it. Steve Young. Also a Buck, by the way, if we're going different
Way
team
back,
references. Buck in the creamsicle days. We still have the Aiden Hutchinson Speed Flex as a secondary headliner. Edgerrin James, Hall of Fame running back, secondary headliner. And then we do have Josh Jacobs, one of the best backs in the league, secondary headliner. 5 headliners, Rob, in 6 boxes, my man. Finch. Is that vault ready, Rip?
Ready right out of the oven.
Perfect. Vault is coming up. A vault single and ready to mingle the vault break is. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. The best customers in the business here in the UA Live break room. The Blitz. So actually, no more singles, Rip.
No more singles.
Yeah,
just
we have that doubles,
left.
the last one in the series. Marisa, Timothy, Jason, Raymond, Todd, and Lloyd. Who's in that double right now for the vault?
That would be the one and only Todd Meyer.
All right, Todd. A vault single. Go ahead and drop me a box number 5. Who's got a box number for the vault? And then 5 to go in that black and blue half and half single. I'm shocked. We're still 3 to go in the 1 and 4s and 5 to go in the diamond single. I thought by now those would be sold out, Rip.
You would think.
Right? That's what I was expecting. Sold out on those breaks. Alrighty, so I'll give you guys about 30 seconds on a number. The vault, we have 12, 14, and 16 left. 12, 14, and 16 are the options in this vault break. Raymond says 14. All right, thank you, Ray. 14. 14 it is. The Ernie Banks box. All right, so there's no 11, no 10, Timothy. But 14 we do have. 14 it is. Good luck, guys. I also never pick the numbers personally because I don't want to be accused of anything. I let the wheel pick if people ask me to choose between numbers.
Keep it all above board, baby.
Right? 6 coming up. 6 clicks. Jason had 16, but he was a little bit late. Is that a newer guy? Jason Elizondo? What's the squad, Jason? 14 is good, says Timothy. You got it, dude. Lloyd Bullock, NFC North. Marisa Dombey, NFC South. We got Raymond, NFC East. We got Timothy, NFC West. Jason, AFC North. Todd, AFC South. Marisa, AFC East. And Marisa, AFC West. This one feels kind of heavy, Rip.
It does, doesn't it?
Feels kind of heavy. It feels like an authentic to me.
I would
Feels
venture.
like an authentic. No vault key in here? Oh,
All
okay.
All right.
Okay. We're seeing a little theme today. This is one that Jeff August would like. Green Bay Packer.
Ooh.
Come on out. Wide receivers. This time it's the rookie, Matthew Golden. First round draft pick out of Texas. Lloyd Bullock, new guy in the break room. First ever order, first ever win, Matthew Golden. So some issues with the Packer receivers last year, catching the ball, running the right routes. They gave Jordan Love a first round draft pick. They didn't want to give Rodgers any first round draft picks, but hey, Jordan Love got one. Matthew Golden, Dattaboy Lloyd, first ever break. Jason's the new guy. What's the team, Jason? What team do you like? And how did you hear about Ultimate Autographs?
Who's your squad?
Obviously, we're primarily a football break room, but we do have some basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer. If you want to share, I'm a soccer guy. Give me your sports teams in general, but especially football, right? Especially football. So this is a good investment piece.
Truly.
A future star receiver, Matthew Golden.
We had Colston Love. Colston Love. What? The new Bears.
Loveland.
Colston Loveland. Okay, that's what I thought.
I think that's
Pardon
right.
me. Yeah.
Now you're
I don't
making
know why
me
I immediately
question that.
second guessed myself. Point.
Yeah, Loveland.
Yeah. Point that I was making. These are basically their rookie autos right here because you can always QR
pups.
code. The what's that?
They're pups.
The pups, exactly. But you can always hit that QR code and see, boom, this was signed in their rookie year right here. That's basically their rookie card.
Exactly
but
right.
On a full-size authentic helmet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, right?
Jared would want that on Texas. Well, unfortunately, Jared, I hate to break it to you, but I love college football. But whenever we have the college series, it doesn't sell. So if you want it on Texas, next time we have the college in the room, we got to buy, baby, right?
Yeah.
Because I love college. I'm a huge college fan, but we do what the customers want. And if you want to put on a lid, you want some college lids, you got to sell out the college breaks. Or even those college rep personals. Mm-hmm. Those are still sitting back there. You want Texas, we got Earl Campbell in those college reps, right? Hook 'em, baby. Hook 'em.
Just hanging out.
Jason's a Dallas Cowboy fan. A lot of Dallas lids in the break room. Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, obviously. Two common ones, Dak Prescott. We got Cowboys. But I'm sure there will be a Matthew Golden Texas lid as well at some point, Jared, in the break room. We do get all sorts of different stuff here at UA. Pretty much anything you might want, we usually have.
Most certainly.
The only time we don't have something is if a player doesn't sign often. Like Lamar Jackson, for example. The guy almost never signs.
I've yet to see him come through.
Yes, we've had him on jerseys a few times, but there was a big scam with fake Lamar autographs a couple years ago.
Oh, really?
So we're really careful on getting the right stuff with Lamar Jackson. That is an authentic Lloyd. Full-size authentic. Jared says, I know. College break will get hot in August or September. I hope so, Jared, because I am a fan of the college lids. No doubt about that. Fan of the college football. So, very nice. Matthew Golden, authentic. By the way, you see that question? Sweet, is that a rep? People ask that. They can't tell.
I know.
Authentic and rep looks the same. Put some respect on those reps.
Truly, once it's in your hand, then you're like, oh, okay, this is the difference. But if you're just eyeballing it.
Now, Rip, I don't have a ton of friends, but the few friends that I do have that come over to my place, they've looked at my football helmets that I have at home. Not a single one of my friends has ever opened it to see if it's rep or authentic.
There you go.
They can't tell.
Proof
it looks
positive.
the same. Looks the same, man. I'm a Saints guy, but I like Golden. There we go, Lloyd. Honest to God, Chandler, you're probably the only guy the last 2 months that consistently buys in the college break. So I'm like you. I love college as well. But unfortunately, you're the only leader on that college football break in the room.
And Chandler, as much as it pains me to inform you, there is that Jared verse on the camo FSU lid in the college rep personal.
Yes, so we do have mystery boxes on the page. This is basically, there's 2 ways to guarantee a win. You buy all 8 break spots, or you buy all 4 1 and 4 spots, or you get a replica helmet or a mini or a jersey on our mystery box tab. You can get college helmets in here, including FSU guys like the defensive rookie of the year last year, Jared Verse.
I like to call buying a personal going only child mode because you don't want to play with anyone else.
I'm going the distance.
I'm going full speed.
So there is college right now available, Chandler. And if you buy the Rep Personal, you're actually guaranteed a college item. So that's something to think about potentially if you want to get those for sure. By the way, Lloyd, I love you. Good to have the new guy in the break room. I apologize currently for you being a Saints fan. It's rough sledding.
Hey, you know, that's integrity right there.
Right?
Even saying it out loud in a chat.
Uh-huh. Honest to God, I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. No shot at all whatsoever because that's just the way all sports are. But when I started 3-4 years ago, Rip, we had no Lions fans in the break room. Now they're loud and proud.
Oh,
we have like a half dozen, if not 2 dozen, Lion fans that are in and out of the break room week to week.
A pride of Lions fans,
yes,
if you will.
Pride of Lions. Yes,
Well,
sir.
you did say
Thank
they were
you.
out and proud.
And I wear my paper bag proudly. We used to have those paper bags back in the day when they were losing all those games. We did pull the greatest Saint of all time, Drew Brees, in the 9 a.m. show. You pulled him to be exact, Rip. That almost sweet. Now, being a nose isn't much better right now, which is one of those crazy things, Chandler. Like, Florida State was, 2 or 3 years removed? I think 2 years removed from winning every single regular season game, losing only to Georgia and, Brock Bowers' team. 1 loss to Georgia, and then they go with what? How many wins was it last year, Chandler? I shouldn't even ask. Not many. Less than a handful last year for Florida State.
Yeah.
And DJU was not the answer at
Man.
FSU.
You hate to see it, huh?
I'm dying for a DB. I have AK-41 already. Okay. Yeah, Alvin Kamara, Drew Brees. We got a ton in the break room, Lloyd. We did pull this one, but we did have a sick chrome speed flex in that black and blue half and half. And honest to God, Lloyd could probably appreciate this, Rip. Probably of any football player we ever get in the break room, the most disrespected player is Drew Brees.
It's
shameful.
That's absurd to me.
It's shameful. We chase Brady, we chase Mahomes, we chase Josh Allen, we chase Peyton Manning. Drew Brees gets no respect in this break room. You know how I know that? Because that black and blue half and half, when I walked in Monday night, we had 8 boxes left with the Drew Brees left. It's now Wednesday afternoon. There's 6 boxes left. And we did pull the Breeze, actually. But still. That should have been getting chased the other night. You have 8 boxes left with the Brady or a Manning. It's going to take about 8 minutes to close out the series. So no respect for Drew Brees. It makes me furious as a Breeze guy. Just my blood gets fuming. I get really, really angry. I get irritated. I'm like, it should not be this hard to sell a Drew Brees helmet, Rin.
It shouldn't. It should be, frankly, a breeze.
Oh. Very
Look,
funny.
I'm not contributing too much today, but I'm just sniping. I'm sniping in.
Look, I like that. I like that contribution. Thank you, Rip. So, speaking of Manning, we got 1 spot to go in the Diamond Single. Very, very nice. We got ourselves this Peyton Manning Rip Speed Flex, 5-time league MVP with that blue visor. I mentioned we have a lot of Breeze. We have a lot of Brady. We don't get all that much of Peyton Manning in the room. So take advantage while you still can on that Rip Speed Flex. Lloyd said I'm going to have to keep up with y'all. First time seeing y'all's live. So, Lloyd, good news for you. I'm going to drop some truths on Lloyd.
Oh, okay.
Not going to drop bars because I'm too white for that. But some truths, Rip. This break room, Lloyd, is the best break room in the world because we're on every single day.
Every day.
It's not a weekly break room. It's not a bi-weekly break room. It's not once a night. It's 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m. Central Time every single day. 9, noon, and 3 p.m. shows go, give or take about 2 hours. think of it 9 to 11, 12 to 2, 3 to 5. The 6 p.m. show could go till midnight, could be 1 in the morning, could go as long as we want. So basically on all day, every day. So there's not a place you can get stuff every single day. I know there's other options out there, Rip, but we're basically like a 24/7 breaking place. And the webpage is always up. It's not a Facebook page we're running. It's a webpage. You can purchase break spots literally 24/7, 365.
We're literally a real company.
Yes. We're not breaking out of Rip and I's basement.
About a lot of other folks in the space. You know, we realize you have a wide selection of breakers, and we thank you for choosing us.
That Bijan is 6, says Chandler. Yeah, you kidding me?
Yeah.
I've been here 4 years, Chandler. Never seen that. It's like silver Bijan Robinson. Amen. Preach, comment, says Brian. I'm not sure if you're talking about me talking about Ultimate Autographs being awesome or Drew Brees being awesome, but I say to both.
Hey.
Amen. Amen, brother.
Prost.
Amen. So, are we sold out in the diamond?
Yeah, that single's ready, done like a Hingle McCringle.
Single and ready to mingle, baby. Diamond single. $96 a spot with a little bit of tax. You can get Speedflex helmets worth over $1,000, sometimes worth over $2,000. A lot of moolah for these lids. Challenge flag, diamond single number 1. Go ahead and drop me a box number. Timothy, Marisa, Rob, Jeanette, Seabass, Raymond, and Chandler. I've never seen another breaker give an $800 gift card. And if you think yours was big time, which it was, but the gift card for winning the UA Fantasy League last year was $1,000. So we'll give out a $1,000 gift card to whoever beats us in the Fantasy League if you can beat us.
Can't say we're stingy.
Yeah, $1,000 is a lot of money to give out. But Ty's 800, one of the biggest ones we've had. I think we've had about a handful of $1,000 gift cards. A handful. 13 says Chandler. Dustin dropping the fire emoji. And nice says Ty Percival. All right, 13 coming up. 1-3 challenge flag. Lucky number 13, perhaps. I know 13's an important number to you, Rip. Dan Marino.
And the man. Diamonds, 13.
13.
Let's do it.
I'll beat y'all. I had to take a break because I won fantasy too much as Antonio Montez. Okay. Well, Antonio, when it comes to the fantasy league, unfortunately, like, here's the issue we have, Rip. We have so many amazing customers that we can't just randomly invite all of y'all, right? We can't do that. So what we're going to do, you haven't seen this yet, but when we get about a month away from football season, like the kickoff, we usually drop a fantasy football series where there's like something like 11 entries for our league. It's like a 30-box series, and 11 of the winners get in the fantasy league.
Oh.
So that way you guys got to win a break to get in the fantasy league.
That's cool.
And we don't let you back if you won the previous year. So the first year Bob Boulay won the league, he said, "Can I just get an automatic spot next year?" No, sir. You got to earn it in the break. You got to earn it, man.
Earn this. What movie's that from? Earn this.
Ooh, I don't know.
Tom Hanks. War movie.
Saving Private Ryan?
That's the one.
There we go. Thank you.
Earn this.
Thank you. That 6 says Chandler. The Go Packer was a great gift. Best break room for sure, says Rob Finch.
I'll also say, while we're on the topic,
sure,
we love hearing this here in the chat. If you want to let the larger world know, we've recently had some Google reviews.
You can always Google review us.
Yeah. You
can review us on Google. You can probably review us on Facebook as well. Tell your friends. The more folks you let know, the more people play the break room. So we'll get George Pickens Cowboys soon, Antonio. Don't worry. That is coming up very, very soon. So you'll win. You'll win, Antonio. We're the good luck charms, apparently. That's cool, says Ty. It'll be my first football season breaking coming up. And if you're enjoying the break room experience, and this goes out to you as well, Rip, because you're new here. You started right in what is considered our off season, right after NFL season, leading up to NFL season.
Yes.
I got something for you and the customers both. You ain't seen nothing, y'all.
Man.
Nothing. when it gets to be football season, these breaks fill up in about 3 to 4 minutes. It gets wild in this break room during football season. Things just sell out quicker than you can think. Like low key too for you as a producer, you're going to be challenged.
Oh, I can absolutely
buddy.
see how this can become an absolute.
It's a challenge. It's
barnyard.
a barrage, as we say.
You know, it also reminds me of how the movie theater in my youth hired me ahead of time to get everybody trained up for that Superman Returns rush.
Makes sense.
Summer of 06, everybody.
That's what we're doing here as well.
Yeah.
6 clicks, Rob Finch. 6 on the dice roll as the NFC North. We got ourselves the NFC South. Is Timothy Edgett, Sebastian Flores, NFC East. Chandler Darning, NFC West. Raymond Harden, AFC North. Marisa Dombey. Respect the South, guys. The Manning spot, AFC South. Jeanette Lee, AFC East. And Sebastian Flores, AFC West. So I'd love to be part of the Fantasy League. I envision whipping Ricky's butt every time. I believe it, Jared. Email me, comment when you do the fantasy football boxes. Will do, sir. Those are really still about 2 months out, just to clarify. We do it. I'm one of those guys that hates to do early fantasy drafts.
Oh, sure.
Guys get hurt in preseason and training camp.
You need
I
all
do
the
my
information.
draft like the week or two before the season.
It's a sweet spot.
We'll let you know, Jared, for sure, though, when that UA Fantasy League is dropping. Let's drop a box on you guys. Box 13 in the challenge flag. 13 out of 30. Diamond Series All Authentics. Authentics are better. The better part being the Speed Flexes, Rip.
And you can say the same thing about the names. I'll tell you. The names in there,
Yeah, they're massive.
A level up.
They're massive. Thanks for the number 13 pick, Chandler, says Timothy Edgett. Wow, Timothy!
Wow, really?
Wow!
Really?
Thanks indeed, number 13.
Oh.
Inbox 13.
Oh.
Mike Evans on
Hey.
the Bucks Speed Flex.
Oh!
All reliable in the house, baby. NFC South. Timothy with the edge on everyone else on the Mike Evans Speed Flex. The only player in the history of the NFL, first 10 years, over 1,000 yards receiving every single season. Jerry Rice, rookie season, more than 900, not more than 1,000. If he gets 1,000 yards this season, he'll have the NFL record with 11 straight seasons for Mike Evans. How about that? How about that, Tim?
Through how many different quarterbacks, too, you know?
Famous
Think about
Jameis,
that? Yeah.
Baker Mayfield, Tom Brady, a little bit better, obviously.
Oh.
Mike Evans, awesome helmet right there for one of the all-time greats. 11 straight 1,000-yard seasons. He gets one more. He breaks that tie with the GOAT, Jerry Rice. Mike Evans could retire tomorrow, and he'd be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So, very, very nice. Would you look at that?
There you go,
Would
Timmy.
you look at that? And my team, says Tim, and a Tampa graduate.
Look at that. Look at that solid pewter right there, baby.
What's up, Mr. Edgett? Mike Evans. Now, Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, you can make a case for those guys as far as overall Bucks. Brady was there for a little bit. If we're talking about the greatest offensive player for an entire Bucks career, there's no debate. It's this guy.
Right.
The best offensive player in Bucks history, Mike Evans.
Yeah. And then, who? Allstott?
Yeah, right?
I love Allstott.
Even in the case of Warren Sapp, he actually finished as a Raider.
Right.
John Lynch was a Bronco.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brooks was just a Buck.
Yes, I believe so.
FSU guy there, Chandler, Derek Brooks. But awesome hit, Tim,
That's
on to
sweet.
Mike Evans. Congrats, Tim, says Chandler. Great call, Chandler. Made my day. Ultimate Autographs. The place where days are made and dreams come true.
Let them know.
Tom Brady, what are you doing after you won the Super Bowl? I'm going to Ultimate Autographs. Lovely hit, Tim, on the Mike Evans Speed Flex. The A-Train, says Ken. That's right. A-Train Mike Allstott, my favorite fullback ever, who, by the way, could be in this series.
Oh, 1,000%.
He'd be in the Ann Moore section.
Yep.
He'd be in that Ann Moore section of the Diamonds. Would you know that? Chandler went to college with Derek Brooks. Okay. What was he like in college, Tim? Thanks, Common Rip. It was Chandler's pick. That's right. Great job. Great job indeed. And me, you, and Chandler, we're like a super team. That's what we are. Chandler's calling out the picks, and we're delivering the boxes.
Who's Wade, Bosch, and LeBron? Who's who?
Oh, God.
Yeah, right? We weren't expecting this.
Well, I think I'm LeBron, you're Wade, and he's Bosch.
I'll take that.
All right. I do love D Wade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Again, he's one of my favorite players of all time, if not my favorite player of all time.
No, change that. Chandler's LeBron.
Chandler's LeBron.
Chandler's LeBron. He's the winner. Unless he doesn't like LeBron, then he could be someone else, because Bron does get some hate. So, anyway, great job, Timothy.
Chandler or J.R. Smith?
Mike Evans. J.R. Smith, college golfer. Did you know that?
No,
He
I
went
didn't.
to college. He got eligibility to be a golfer.
Huh.
He never went to college.
Oh,
He was
nice
a
for
high
you.
school, straight out of high school.
Yeah,
J.R.
that's
Smith.
right. Right
So-
on. Good for you, J.R. Smith.
I don't think he'd be allowed to play college basketball, but he's allowed to do college golf. Although he is older, so I don't know if he'd be good enough to make college
Well,
basketball.
what's his eligibility? He never played college basketball before. What are the rules?
I've never thought about that.
Yeah. Something to look
very
up. Here, I'll go ahead and I'll check
Oh,
that out.
Chandler says he's Bosch.
See,
Okay.
there you go.
Respect. Chris Bosch, the lefty. Nice job, Tim. Mike Evans. A very, very underrated player, Mr. Evans. I've played with him. With Bosch or Brooks? Boy, Chandler lives a good life, man.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with Chandler.
Yeah, what do you do, dude?
Like, all he does is go golfing, go to sporting events, and play ultimate autographs, and go to Ireland, apparently, out of the country.
He went to FSU. His job can't be that good.
Oh, come on, Rip. Get out of here, Rip. Gator fan here. Never went to college. He has 4 years, says Chandler. Can you imagine? Like, let me look this up just out of Google. Can LeBron legally play college basketball? Can you imagine that? It's like, I'm going to college, Ma.
Oh, actually, so NovaSportsLaw.com.
No. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. You go ahead.
It was February 3rd, 2024. J.R. Smith's college adventure. Could LeBron be next?
Well, this
was
is
the
what,
question.
and you and I were just talking about this ironically off air, so take this with 7 grains of salt. But according to AI, this is what AI is saying, no, LeBron James cannot legally play college basketball. Once a player has signed a professional contract and played professionally, they're no longer eligible to compete in college basketball.
The
So-
actual, as it says in the NCAA rules, an individual should not be eligible for intercollegiate athletics in a sport if the individual ever competed on a professional team in that sport.
And this is what it says here. Other sports, however, the NCAA does allow professional athletes in one sport to compete in a different college sport. This means hypothetically, LeBron could play college football or another sport,
Right.
which is what J.R. Smith got with the college golf.
Golf.
Which that seems fair.
Here's
That seems fair.
Interesting bit for Chandler. You're curious if you know this. Most often has been minor league baseball players returning to college football. For example, Florida State Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Chris Winkie spent 6 years in the Toronto Blue Jays minor league system before enrolling at FSU.
Something about FSU and multi-sports. Charlie Ward, Heisman winner, put in the NBA with the Knicks. Charlie Ward. So
Charlie
guys,
Ward.
let's get back in those breaks. You guys saw what the Diamond's all about. More heat coming up in the next one. Let's run it back. Let's run back the breaks. I think we ought to see the 1 and 4. We're 3 to go in the single, 3 to go in the double, 3 to go in the quad. Which is kind of interesting when we think about some of the all-time greats. Football players. Peyton Manning in the Diamonds. Awesome college football player as well. But Tom Brady's the exception. He was just okay in college football. He was good, played at Michigan. It took a little while to get the starting job. Not a bad player, but nothing crazy to write home about with Tom Brady in college.
He was drafted where he was drafted.
Yeah, 6th-round pick, which 6th-round draft pick. You're a heck of a quarterback.
Oh,
but relative
exactly.
to what he became, Talk about a steal, Tom Brady.
Talk about a glow up.
This dude could go play baseball, by the way. He was drafted by the Expos,
That's
Tom
right.
Brady.
Yeah.
So go back to the minors, Tom Brady.
Oh, I thought you just go to Montreal, start playing baseball, see what happens.
You can't go to Montreal. They don't play anymore.
No, I know. That's what
unfortunately.
I'm saying. Is just
Right?
if Tom Brady goes and just starts playing baseball on a diamond, maybe a team materializes around him. You know,
You never
Maybe
know.
That's what happens.
Imagine LeBron getting tackled to his tight personal. It'd be tough. He was actually All-American level high school football player,
was.
LeBron. I think it was him and Maurice Clarett were the top two guys out of Ohio State, the state of Ohio.
Those
Remember him? Clarett was good.
Maurice Clarett. Yep.
He was very good in college.
He was all right. He got drafted by the
Broncos.
The Broncos. Yeah, he did all right. He had some success in the league, but man, I'll tell you, I remember going back and watching those LeBron football clips on the grainiest of grainy footage.
Not fair.
It was something else. He was a man amongst children.
It would be what you would imagine you would see.
Yeah.
But a man not amongst children, at least coming out of college, Tom Brady. Not the fastest guy, not the strongest guy, but man, the rest was history for TB12. Beautiful, beautiful speed flex right there. 14 boxes left, Rip. Now, I know
Yes.
it's 14 boxes left, but those are 4-spot breaks. It's the equivalent of basically 7 boxes left in the 8-spot breaks.
Yes.
So this Tom Brady Speed Flex could be yours for $203 plus tax in the single, $406 in the double. This helmet is worth over $3,000, Rip.
Yeah.
So this is the no-brainer chase. No-brainer to me. You gotta put a shot in at Tom Brady. It's almost like Christmas in the break room because, we didn't think this was left. Turns out it is left.
Yeah.
So Christmas just arrived in the break room, guys.
This is
with
the-
Tom Brady.
This is the best $20 you'll ever find in your laundry.
You right?
You know? It's like, oh, I didn't know I had this. Oh, we didn't know we still had this. This is great. Let's go.
So beautiful,
time.
beautiful speed flex. Never seen that one before. Tom Brady. So that is 3 to go. And actually 3 to go in all 3 of them. The single, double, and quad. We put this at 2 to go, Rip. The break happens pretty darn quickly.
Like that.
Otherwise, I think a no-brainer break is to run back the diamonds. Could you consider the Mike Evans for your 3 p.m. as best pull? So far, Tim, it is the best pull.
It is in the
So far.
pole position.
We did have Mike Evans flex, Matthew Golden authentic, Raleigh Fingers bat, Dexter Jackson mini, Eric Dickerson mini. So far, Tim, that is the number 1 hit of the show, Mike Evans. But with that said, as much as I love Tim, I'm hoping that's not the case because we have, believe it or not, Rip, we have about half a dozen better items in the room right now. I love Mike Evans, awesome helmet. The Peyton Manning Speed Flex is better. Yes, Craig, the Brady is still in the 1 and 4. 14 boxes left. Tom Brady Speed Flex still in the 1 and 4. Craig Crenshaw. So Peyton Manning beats the Mike Evans. This Chrome Antonio Gates beats the Mike Evans. This never before seen, here's one for Craig, the Matt Silver Bijan Robinson Speed Flex.
Yeah.
Those 3, hands down, beat the Mike Evans.
Wicked.
The Brady obviously beats the Mike Evans. Talking about a $3,000+ helmet. Mike Evans' best case would be the 5th best hit of the show. Although I could argue, even if it is B&B, that Marshall Faulk also, I think, is better because I like chromes.
Yeah, you are
I'm a
chromie.
I'm a chromie.
Yeah.
I am.
What's up, rolling with the chromies?
It's shiny. It's shiny, Rip.
When we pulled that Drew Brees chrome earlier, I caught myself just staring into it, just being distracted by it, like I was a crow.
The beauty.
Yeah. Like,
It's the
what's
beauty.
going on? I keep seeing myself in here.
I'm
This is
getting a
great.
text right now, Rip, from your wife.
Oh, boy.
She's like, how come you don't look at me like that, Rip? That's what she said. Why are you looking at those comments like that? How come you don't look at me in the same manner?
Well, you know what? Because she's too busy looking at me like that. How about that?
Steve Smith is not available yet. And I've been kind of loving the chromes myself, says Jared. They're my favorite helmets, Jared. The chromes are the best. In the half and half, we got Marshall Faulk. We got ourselves Steve Young. 3 secondary headliners, Edrin James, Aiden Hutchinson, which is a speed flex, Josh Jacobs, 5 and 6 chance at a headliner in that half and half. All the headliners left in the diamond except for the Mike Evans speed flex. And then in the 1 and 4, along with Mr. Brady, we still got Big Poppy. Speaking of Boston area legends, Erling Haaland on the ball. Hulkamaniac, Hulk Hogan still out there.
Jack, I'll tell you what, vitamins, prayers, and amino acids.
That's actually pretty good.
Oh, you should have heard me in the morning. I was actually trying.
That's pretty good.
By the way, 2 left in the double.
All right, so Shaq's still in there, by the way. Shaquille O'Neal. Chris Chelios still in here. Longtime Red Wing. I love Shaq. Shaq is the most entertaining athlete of all time for me.
Absolutely.
The most entertaining guy. Would love to see a Shaq item. Acuna Jr. as well. One of the best players in the game. And then Dame time as well. Dame Lillard. 8 headliners and 14 boxes left, guys. 2 to go in that double box break.
The thing about Shaq as well is you could tell me he signed on anything and I'll believe you. Like, you could tell me he signed on a cactus and that's what we'll pull out. Be careful.
Yes, please don't be a cactus.
Yeah.
Could be a basketball, could be a jersey, could be some sort of record.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You never know.
It could be a DVD copy of Kazam.
Just to clarify, if that's the case, that'd be everything else hit. Just for you.
I know, I'm just saying.
Just saying.
We got to,
That would be everything else hit. The Palomalu Chrome from last week came in the mail. It's insane, says Jared Menzer. Okay, that's the way to describe a Chrome. Was that the one from the High Roller, perhaps, Jared? I think that was the High Roller Palomalu. I could be wrong. I know I pulled the Palomalu and the High Roller, but I lose track of all the great items.
I want to see someone make a wall with all their chrome speed flexes, or better yet, a funhouse maze, a mirror maze with all the chromes.
We do have a customer that has something similar to that.
Oh,
He sent it to
really?
me. He has a speed flex wall, not just chromes, but
full-on speed flexes.
Yes,
That's
Chris
awesome.
Stoddard. You know Chris Stoddard.
Yeah.
He's the guy that gifts the authentics away, wins an authentic, gifts it away.
What a
Wins a
mensch.
speed flex, he keeps it. He's got a speed flex only wall. And yes, sir, it was the High Roller, says Jared. Perfect. Perfect. So 2 to go in that double, 1 and 4. Let me drop that link for you guys. This will put us at 12 boxes left. 2 to go in the 1 and 4 double. Who's getting in? Chandler's in. Who else is in? I know Chandler got in that one just now. Who else is in, Rip?
Oh, into the
1 and
1 and 4
4.
double. That was Chandler, and it is. Sorry, I was setting up the jerseys.
Oh, jerseys already?
Jerseys already.
Let's do it.
The other one in the 1 and 4 double is who closed out our jerseys. Ken Wilkowski.
Oh, he's the Patriot fan.
Yes.
Which makes sense. Drop me a box number for the 11th jersey, guys. That's coming up. The 1 and 4 is probably on deck. Maybe run back the diamonds, maybe a half and half. We have a lot of good options on that break page. A lot of really good options.
Yeah.
Diamond double now, 5 to go as well, guys. Plenty of places to double up in the diamond. AFC South, Peyton Manning, Edrin James. AFC West, Antonio Gates, Terrell Davis. Options here in that double box break. Ken wants the wheel. Thank you, Ken. Wheel works. Out of 30 here on the wheel. Good luck, ladies and gents. Having an absolute blast on a Wednesday afternoon here.
Any hot takes for us this week, Kamen?
Oh, God, I knew I was forgetting something. Hot takes. Let me think on it. Do you have a hot take?
No, but we can always turn Hot Take Wednesday into Workshop Wednesday, and we can, maybe
think of
bake
one.
some lukewarm takes to a cooking temperature.
I've been consumed with Messi's birthday, my dog, today.
Okay.
So before work, I didn't have a chance to compose myself. I also had a lot of stuff because I'm sleeping over at my mom's tonight, so I had to gather a lot of my belongings. So busy morning.
Yeah, hey, I get it.
Wheel. What did I land on? 8. So 3, 4, 5, 6.
No 8.
There's no 8?
No 8.
Then 6. 6.
Okay.
Let's do 6.
I I can do 6.
That's the closest one to 8.
What about me?
Thank you, sir. The Jay Cutler box. Let's get Cuddy with it. So, believe it or not, I did a deep dive in the best number 6s in football history, and the best ones that came up with, Jay Cutler and Devontae Smith.
Whoa.
So Cutler really is up there for best 6s.
Tough look for 6s.
Yes, not a very common number in the NFL, apparently.
Cutler, however, I do have a soft spot for Cutler.
He's a
The
Dolphin.
first, that's not why. That's very much not why. Why? How dare you remind me of that?
I remember it.
He was the opposing quarterback at my first Gator game that I went to.
Oh,
went to
at Vandy.
went to triple overtime, and he was picked off.
How did it end with him getting picked up?
Yeah, it ended in triple overtime with him getting picked off by, I believe, Will the Thrill Hill.
All right, how about that? We have NFC North and Jody Grider.
Could've been
Speaking
someone
of
else.
the best beard game, Shay Owens in the NFC South. Thank you, Shane, for getting a new customer for us. I think Dustin's friend, Shay. Kenneth Wilkowski, NFC East, Jeanette Lee, NFC West. Jason Elizondo, AFC North. Welcome, Jason. James Hamblin, AFC South. Kenneth in the AFC East says, let's go, AFC East. And Mitchell Guzman in the AFC West. Good luck, guys. 6 coming up. 6 of 30 in the jerseys.
Halfway
What?
in that diamond double now.
Well, Rip. This is kind of very interesting.
It happened, huh?
For
Just like
two,
that?
Well,
Just
for
like
two
that?
reasons. 2 things are very interesting here.
Oh.
One of them revolves around Kenneth, and one revolves around you. So, Chan says, Rip, anytime you want to go to a Dolphin game, let me know. Oh, how about that? Good
Very-
old Hard Rock Stadium.
Yep, that's the one.
That's Inter Miami plays there occasionally.
Yeah, that's where they have the Miami Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Right in the
All right,
parking lot.
here's for you.
Oh, that is not who I thought it was going to be.
2-time NFL leader in receiving
Very
touchdowns.
nice.
Mark Clayton. Kenneth asked for the AFC East.
You got.
Not a Patriot, a rival Dolphin. Dan Marino's guy back in the day. Mark Clayton on that jersey. JSA certified. A very, very nice hit for Kenneth.
Well done. One half of the Marx Brothers.
Just missing Super Duper.
Yeah. Which we get that sometimes.
We do.
The dual signed.
And it
which
says
is always
Marx
fun.
Brothers.
Yeah, and it says, oh, man.
Those are
so
cool.
good. Did you ever watch any Marx Brothers movies?
I have not, no.
Okay, all right. I gotta
need
tell you,
to.
a lot of them really hold up.
Okay.
Yeah. Turns out, comedy's kind of stayed pretty. The things that were funny then still are funny now.
Good.
As
what I
far
like
as
to hear.
like gags go.
Okay. So, jersey break in the books. Diamonds and 1 and 4 are moving. Diamond, was it the single or the double this close?
The double is close, but that single did also get bought into by the one and only Kaka.
Craig Crenshaw
That's right.
wants that Bijan. So 4 to go in the double box for the diamond, 2 to go in the 1 and 4 double. So those are probably the next 2 breaks here. Squish the fish, says Ken. Uh-oh, Ken.
Not
Ken,
a fish.
Ken.
It's a porpoise.
This
It's a
is-
mammal.
This is a dolphin fan you're talking to here,
That's
Ken.
an air-breathing being that you're wanting to squish.
Let's
You
go
know.
diamond double, says Craig. Let's do it. Diamond double, 4 to go. Say what you will about the Dolphins, Rip. I'll defend you here.
Okay, thank you.
They have some of the best looking memorabilia.
It's hard to argue with
you
that.
can't deny that. Everything Dolphins looks nice. You know how I know this? My best high school buddy, which surprisingly not really a big sports fan.
Okay.
He's got a Dolphin hat that he loves, though. He always wears that. I ask him, "You're a Dolphin fan? Do you like? Who do you know on the Dolphins?" He can name one Dolphin player ever historically, just Dan Marino.
Yeah.
That's it. And he's like, "I like the hat. It looks cool," is what he says.
Yeah.
I like the hat. It looks cool.
It's got a vibe.
I like Bijan and Peyton more than Brady, says Craig. You know, honestly, Craig, aesthetically, they're better. The Brady's worth a little bit more money, obviously being the most expensive autograph, but aesthetically, Peyton Manning looks better. And this might shock you here, Rip. I'm a diehard Peyton Manning fan. I'm a diehard blue visor fan. I love the color blue in general. There's a lot of blue on that lid. I would rather have the Peyton Manning because of how much I love him but sheer aesthetics, even over the Gates Chrome, which is also insane. My favorite looking helmet in the break room is the Bijan.
Hold on, I'm being shocked.
Right?
Ah!
Look at that thing. That silver,
Yeah,
the
that's-
matte silver,
that's
that is
crazy.
stunning.
And the way he signed in a red ink as well is it just helps that pop and differentiate itself so much from it. That's giving me like Silver Surfer vibes.
I want to see this lid. You know what, Rip? I'm not sure this will be here by 9 a.m. tomorrow. Let's see this in this show. Let us both see this. We've earned this.
There's frankly too much day left for this to last for Thirsty Jersey Thursday tomorrow.
Well, you know what happens? The last 2 nights, the diamonds have been hot.
Yeah.
Red hot. Night show diamonds. So for you and I to see this helmet, it's got to happen the next 30 or 40 minutes. Let's get it done, guys.
Is that how much time we have left?
It's 4:23. Could be an hour if we're busy enough. We'll see.
Flying by.
We're having fun. So what's up, Charles Nelson?
Hey.
Charles, get that Bijan, my man. The Gates is pretty too, but I'd rather have McConkey on it. I was hoping the bars would last until I could get in. No, Craig. That's what happens a lot. You wait. What's that saying? You snooze, you lose.
Indeed.
Let me see that Bowers here, Rip. Up close and personal. This was hit in the noon show, the very last box of the old diamonds, which obviously for Craig, he's a Georgia fan.
Yeah.
That's why he wants the Brock Bowers so bad, right? What break is the helmet in? Which helmet? Well, the Bijan is in the diamonds,
New
Chandler
diamonds.
Dunning. Brand new diamonds. The Gates also in the diamonds on that chrome. So is the Peyton Manning. I do love the Brady helmet. It does look great. We have never seen it before. Don't want to sell it short, but I like the vibrant colors of the other 3 marginally better. But the name couldn't be bigger. The value couldn't be bigger for Tom Brady. Depends on what colors you like here in the break room.
Man,
Right?
Sounds like someone's significant other choosing a team to root for in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
But honestly, though, in a way, it's huge. But also, it depends on what you're looking for. You're looking to are you looking for value, or are you trying to bolster up your PC as well?
Yeah, because if you want the man cave, like for example, Craig Crenshaw, Craig already has Brady.
Right.
And Craig's got money. Let's call it how it is. Craig's got some moolah.
Okay.
He's got some moolah. Let's be real.
Okay.
This is the best one for him. He's a Falcon fan.
Yeah.
A silver Bijan Robinson Speedflex. That's what's perfect for Craig, right? That's his helmet right there. The break to jump in, Kyle Dissler, right now is the diamonds. They've been red hot all week. Brand new diamond series. We just dropped it here a little while ago, Kyle. Only 1 box in. We pulled the Mike Evans Speedflex, very clean. The Antonio Gates Chrome is insane. The Bijan, which we're talking about, is nuts. It's the diamond or the 1 in 4, Kyle. We did get some news, Kyle Dissler. Breaking news in the room.
Yes.
Turns out that the Tom Brady helmet was not pulled. So this is still left, Kyle Dissler, with 14 boxes left. So it's either the diamond or the 1 in 4, the 2 breaks to jump into right now, with 4 speed flexes in the diamond and the GOAT Tom Brady in the 1 in 4. Really good stuff in the practice squad, of course.
Yeah.
Really good stuff in the black and blue. But right now it's looking like the diamonds or the 1 in 4. I do not have a silver Falcon helmet, Craig. Probably because I've never seen a silver Falcon helmet in the break room. So it makes sense. I mean, Craig Crenshaw, Mr. Falcon, doesn't have one. That shows you guys just how rare that Bijan helmet is.
I like to say, if I ain't seen it, it's new to me.
Uh-huh. Exactly right. So, Kyle, diamonds and 1 in 4 are the ones to play here this afternoon. Amen, Den McKeon.
That's what's up. Hey, Den.
Amen, brother. Says everyone making fun of the AFC South now. There's 2 headliners in the diamonds. You see? First off, AFC South is really good. Let's call it how it is. I'm an honest guy, Rip. Throughout the history of football, there is naturally less great players in the AFC South than any other division. The Jaguars and the Texans are new franchises of the last, 30, 40 years or so.
Yeah.
Texans, last 20 years, roughly. look at the Colts.
Even the Titans. Titans
Titans are new
had
too.
to,
They were the
you know,
Oilers.
right.
And then we have, even the Colts were the Baltimore Colts.
Oh boy!
So
don't get any Baltimoreans started on that.
it's a lot of newer teams. So yes, the AFC South naturally will have less headliners, but we do have AFC South hits a lot. The AFC South does not hit less often than the other ones. It just has less photo headliners typically until Peyton Manning does a signing. When Peyton Manning does a signing, things change, Rip, right?
I say so.
Things change.
Yeah.
But yes, then, as I always say, respect the South, man. Respect the AFC South. And respect the greatest player in the AFC South, Peyton Manning. 5-time league MVP, the most MVPs ever, Peyton Manning, which, we spend plenty of time talking about Tom Brady in the break room. Rightfully so, right? 6th-round pick, iconic career. Even Joe Montana, 3rd-round pick. We even talk about Drew Brees, got drafted in the 2nd round. Mahomes slips to 10. Kurt Warner, undrafted.
Right.
Everybody loves an underdog story. You know what story doesn't get told often enough, Rip?
Which one's that?
The story of having the pressure to deliver. A number 1 overall pick, Peyton Manning. In a lineage of his father played in the NFL. So all the pressure on Peyton Manning to deliver. And he's exceeded expectations.
Yeah.
5-time league MVP, 2 Super Bowls, top 3 all-time in passing yards, passing touchdowns. Talk about the underdog all you want. But there's a lot of number 1 picks that don't deliver. In fact, I'll give you a stat, Rip. I'll ask you this. Let's see how well you know your stuff. I'm going to quiz you. Yeah. I'm going to quiz you right now.
All right.
So I will preface this by saying that potentially Matthew Stafford and Eli Manning might end up on this list down the road. Maybe Joe Burrow as well if he can stay healthy. But in the Super Bowl era, there has been 4 quarterbacks picked number 1 overall that are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Only 4 as of right now. Peyton Manning's one of them. Can you name the other 3?
Clearly Vince Young. Clearly.
No. I know you're joking.
No. Oh man. See, look, I'm much more of a perspective guy, than a facts guy.
If you guys got the facts,
picture.
let us know.
Please let us know.
Yeah, because I know the answer.
What I want to, based off everything you just said, as far as those expectations go, I'll actually go ahead and hey, Peyton Manning, thanks, pal, for setting the expectations for every number 1 overall quarterback.
You ruined it for everybody.
You ruined it. You ruined it for all of them. Thanks. Cowboy, thanks Sheriff, thanks Omaha that.
That's your clue, by the way, for one of the other ones, Cowboy.
Aikman?
Aikman.
Okay, all right. See, I told you I was going to get these no problem.
And then there's 2 more. They're both guys we get in the break room. One is medium common. The other one's a little bit more rare, but not too rare. We've had both somewhat recently, but none are on the break room right now. So one is way back in the day, and one is
not.
We were probably too young to really appreciate him. But you know him.
Dang. Jim Kelly? No, when he what
no,
did he
same
go?
era as Jim
Same
Kelly,
era.
though.
Elway?
Elway.
Yeah, that was the number 1 pick. There was the whole documentary on it, Rip. Okay. Aikman, Elway, Manning, and this is a great crop right here.
The OG TB12.
Oh, Bradshaw.
Hey, 1-4 double sold out.
Indeed it did.
1
Thank
and 4
you, Chris
double.
Leon, the great Leon.
The great Leon in the house. 1-4 double number 6. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers. Diamond double was 3 spots to go. So that's it. That's the list. Manning, Elway, Bradshaw, and Aikman. First overall quarterbacks in the Super Bowl era to make the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I think Matthew Stafford and Eli Manning will get in. They're not shoo-ins, but I probably think both will get in. And I do think if he can stay healthy, Joe Burrow will also get in.
Yeah.
So there will be other guys that get added to that list, but that's it at the current moment. So we got ourselves Kenneth Woloski, Chandler Dunning, and Christopher Leone. Now, who's got 2 numbers, guys, in that 1 and 4 double? And don't worry, Craig, that diamond double's 3 to go. That one will happen this show with Rip and I. No doubt about that. Let me do this. Let's call the 1 and 4 455 Rip. If we're like 1 to go, I'll give him more time. But if we're not at least 1 to go, if we're 2, 3, or 4 to go, we will spin for the 1 and 4 at 455. So we can still keep breaking past 5 o'clock. If we're busy, we'll be here.
We will.
But if we're not busy, that wheel spin, if you want to be in the wheel spin for the 1 and 4, get your spots before 455. So 17 and 32 from Chandler. A diamond double sold out. Thank you, Craig. That's coming up next. 17 and 32 coming up in the 1 and 4. Ryan Fitzpatrick is awesome, Den McKeon. What's not to like? The beard, the swag, the journeyman, a Harvard guy. I love Ryan Fitzpatrick. So great beard, says Craig. Yeah, he's got a great beard. I like Fitzmagic. Very much a journeyman quarterback, not a Peyton Manning or a Tom Brady type guy. Although probably at least book smarter than them. Harvard, right?
Likely.
So 6 times on the way. There's a difference between book smart and street smart. I'm not going to call anyone out, but in my personal life, I've noticed that personally. 17 and 32. Chandler was ahead of Ken. 17 and 32 in the 1 and 4. The great Leone, Christopher Leone's got that Brady spot, the football spot. We got the basketball spot as Chandler Dunning. The baseball spot is Kenneth Wilkowski. And Christopher Leone is in the everything else spot here, guys. Everything else spot. Of course, I can even grow a Rip or Common beard, says Craig. Appreciate the beard game. It's strong. I was never a beard guy up until about 2 years ago, Rip.
Really?
Recently a beard guy. I used to, part of it was when I was in local TV, and now it's changed.
Sure.
But the rule was you couldn't have a beard on TV, but that's changed. So I tried the beard when I was unemployed, and I liked it. So I stuck with it. That's what I did between jobs. Before,
See, unemployment's good for some things.
when I started working here, I would do the beard a little bit. But when I got into working here about 1 year in, 2 years in, I started being more the beard guy. All right. 1 and 4. Oh. This is one of my favorite comedians of all time. I would consider him a comedian, a show comedian, Rip. One of the most iconic characters in TV history. Dwight Schrute,
Oh,
Rainn
my.
Wilson on the Funko Pop.
Hey.
The assistant to the regional manager coming out here. The great Leone, Rainn Wilson. So I said an 8 and 14 chance at a headliner. It's now 8 and 13. By the way, the first Funko, I think, in the whole 1 and 4. We try to keep the Funkos down to about 2 a series. Rainn Wilson, 1 more left in Hulk Hogan out there. So great job, Chris, on the Rainn Wilson. Craig is saying no Brady. If there's no Brady here, we're down to 12 boxes left, Rip. Then this ought to go fast in the 1 and 4, right? Ought to go real fast.
Things are about to accelerate, perhaps.
My daughter stole that one from me. Of course she did. She must love Rainn Wilson, Dwight Schrute. Iconic. You an Office guy?
Very lightly, only after I started dating my wife, my ex-girlfriend, current wife.
Okay. I like how that works. Ex-girlfriend, current wife.
Yeah, we had to break up, then get married.
Well, you got to get into it, Rip. I consider it the funniest show probably of all time. Now, funniest show and best comedy is different because it's in a 3-way tie for my favorite. Maybe it's second. Ted Lasso, Parks and Rec. Love those 2 as well. I think Ted Lasso is the best storyline of any comedy. The Office, at least in the Steve Carell era, the funniest show. And very, very good.
Oh, man.
Craig is not an Office fan, but his daughter is. The Funko Pops sell really well. You see, Craig?
Yep.
I told you. Don't hate them Funkos, my man. Take that Loki Matt Damon Funko and sell it, Craig. He's the king of the Loki Matt Damon Funkos, Craig Crenshaw.
I love Matt Damon.
Matt Damon is awesome. Ooh. What time is it? What time is it, Rip?
Game time.
Game time?
So it's
Say
game time.
Dame time. It's Damian Lillard, Chandler Dunning in the basketball spot. Former All-Star Game MVP, a multi-time All-Star, a three-point contest winner, one of the clutchest and best shooters in basketball history, Damian Lillard. And I'm a casual Bucks fan because I love Giannis. And for me personally, I absolutely hate what's happened with Dame time and all the injuries because that Giannis and Dame pairing, truthfully, with the injuries, has never gotten a chance yet. It could be a great duo. Knock on wood. I know he's going to be out the beginning of the year, but hopefully by the time the playoffs roll around, Dame time is back and maybe, just maybe, Milwaukee makes a run. JSA certified Chandler on your Lillard Bucks jersey. Red Sox, says Ken.
That Eastern Conference is looking to be pretty wide open this upcoming year.
Very wide open, and
so it's very much the Bucks still not out of it.
I know they got Anthony Simmons, but the Celtics essentially offloaded two guys, Kristaps and Drew Holiday.
Yes.
So the East is definitely going to be pretty open for years to come.
I mean, Celtics.
Boston's the favorite, but it's open.
Celtics with Tatum being out for a year, they've got to figure some money stuff out. They're basically looking at this year as like, well, we can sign kind of, still compete, but we can also try and mold ourselves for the future, which is smart.
Craig says the Funko Pops sell well, but the Matt Damon Funko Pops do not sell well. Sold two and kept two. Hey, you sold two, Craig. You got them sold. Come on. Matt Damon. I heard there's might be a Rounders remake, one of my favorite movies of all time.
They've been talking about a sequel to Rounders for years.
I take it you like that movie.
It's good.
I love that movie. That movie is awesome.
I've only actually seen it recently. But
it's awesome.
Sad. Very sad. I only just came around to it.
Makes me want to play poker.
Yeah, I'm so bad at poker, so I don't mind telling you that because we're never going to find ourselves playing poker together. I'm legitimately awful at poker, but I never
got invited to Colin's poker games, so that's why he's not working Tuesdays anymore. I'm just kidding. We love you, Colin. We love you, Colin. I love Colin Rudisil. Hey, we got ourselves the Diamond coming up. Diamond double. We got Marisa, Chandler, Craig, Daniel, and the great Leon Christopher. Diamond double number 1. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers. 12 boxes left. The GOAT Tom Brady still left. Quinky Dink, number 12 with 12 boxes left. Is it destiny, guys? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge in that 1 and 4 break.
Makes you think.
3 spots to go in the quad, 3 to go in the single, and 4 to go in the double for the 1 and 4. Chandler here with 3 and 23. Thank you, Chandler. Appreciate you, my man. 3 and 23 coming off the board. We are cooking here in the break room today. Such a terrific Wednesday afternoon. Of course, on the birthday of my dog, Messi. Shout out to Messi, turning 5 today. You can tell I'm in a good mood, Rip.
Who's a big boy?
Even the White Sox losing my parlay can't bring me down. Good mood Wednesday here in the room. All right, 6 clicks, guys. Diamond double, 4 speed flexes left. Probably the 4 best speed flexes left in that series. Good luck, guys. 6 times on the way. Thank you, Chandler. You a Friends guy?
Again. Once I started dating my ex-girlfriend currently.
Okay, I got you.
Ex-fiance while we're at it. Jeez.
Yeah, you know, Janice. Oh my God, Chandler. Chandler.
I almost killed myself on that.
Chandler likes to call the numbers of missing the flexes this time. Well, tell you what, Craig. Last time Chandler called a number, it was the Mike Evans speed flex. So I think Chandler knows a thing or two about calling speed flexes. Just saying, Rip. I just saw it. He just called the speed flex in the last break we did. So I never questioned Chandler. I just go with it, man. Chandler knows what he's doing in the break room.
He's a professional.
He's a pro. He's a pro. Yes. Did I mention I'm in a good mood? Mm-hmm. My mood just got much better.
Okay.
Mood just got much better. Oh, would you look at that, Mr. Crenshaw?
Again?
Joe!
Oh, wait, not again, but... Oh!
Theismann! Thiesman! Theismann! Let's effing go!
All right.
For all the new guys here in the break room, get your marshmallows, gather around the campfire. It's story time. The greatest story heard around the world. Joe Theismann, growing up, he was a megastar, Rip. Megastar, star of the high school football team. Everywhere he went in town, everybody said, Joe Theismann, you are the man. Just iconic as a high school football player and a young gentleman. Then we got ourselves, even better than Joe Theismann,
Yeah.
Grandma made the greatest sloppy joes in the dang world.
Old Nana.
I have another threat to the story. I have a secret that has not been released yet about the sloppy joes.
Oh, wow.
Do you know why her sloppy joes were the best?
This is an exclusive right here.
Exclusive right here. Extra cinnamon in the sloppy joe.
The cinnamon.
Cinnamon sloppy joe.
My.
Was the right thing to add on the sloppy joes. You know why? People there was a lot of misconceptions about Joe in high school because half the people love him for the football star. The other half love them so they could go over to grandma's house and eat the world famous cinnamon chili. So that's the key. That's why
They
he was
used to,
loved.
in chorus, they used to, all in unison, in a chorus, used to sing, to grandmother's house we go, to grandmother's house we go.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
You're exactly right about that.
I saw the documentary.
So Joe, after high school, goes off to college. No chili, except for the big batch grandma left him. Goes to University of Notre Dame. Mega superstar Notre Dame, right? Mega superstar. Heisman Trophy finalist. But Notre Dame PR staff got an idea, Rip. And that idea was, let's give this guy a little bit of swag, a little bit of riz.
Yeah.
Let's, all good campaigns have a slogan, right? Mm-hmm. All good campaigns have a slogan. So the slogan for him was, they said, Joe, let's change your last name from Theismann to Theismann.
That'll do it.
Theismann for the Heisman was the campaign.
No brainer.
He was close. A finalist. Did not win. Jim Plunkett won. The name stuck forever, though, Rip. That part of the story, 100% true. I heard him tell it in person at the GoDaddy Bowl a few years back when I covered it working in local TV. I've actually met him. Fun fact. I don't know if you know that. I actually have met him.
I believe this.
Shook his hand at the GoDaddy Bowl. Awesome dude, Joey T. So years later, this part of the story also true. They interviewed Grandma Theismann. They interviewed her asking her, are you mad that Joe changed his last name from Theismann to Theismann? She said, no, not mad, no big deal, because it's not right. The proper pronunciation is not Theismann, not Theismann. His name is actually pronounced Theismann. Joe Theismann for Craig Crenshaw.
Yeah.
That-a-boy, Craig.
Now, if
That-a-boy.
only they named, if the name of that award was the Heisman, maybe he would have won.
Right? Or the Heisman. Heisman. So
Kind of already was.
there we go.
It's probably how you're supposed to say
Very
it.
nice. Exclusive oh my, says Bride Maresca. Very nice. Very, very nice. Craig wants to gift this to someone in this break. So very cool on Joey T. That is a half hour you'll want back, Craig Crenshaw. The best half hour of his life here in the break room for Craig.
You can always tell when we hit a Theismann in the middle of a double or quad because we keep track of the timestamps.
Yes, we do.
And if it's a double or a quad with more than half an hour in between the boxes, you know it's a Theismann
And I
story.
trained the guys to get moving through the breaks to keep the party going. All training rules and guides don't apply to Joey T. That's my guy. That's my
Stop
guy.
on the brakes. Stop the presses. We got it, Thiesman.
One more in the double box. One more. What do we got here? I was thinking the only thing that could beat it is another Warren Moon after this. Who is in this series, by the way? All right. Oh, okay. We got the lightning bug coming out with the bolt-up inscription.
That rules.
Darren Sproles on the Lunar Authentic.
That's beautiful.
Christopher Leone, the great Leone. Nice hit, Darren Sproles, former 3-time Pro Bowler, part of the 2010s All-Decade Team Rip. Single season record for all-purpose yards in a season, rushing, receiving, punt return, kick return combined. 2011 was the year for Darren Sproles. Nice hit, Christopher Leone on the Sproles Authentic. Very cool.
Yeah,
very,
beautiful
very cool.
Chargers. I think that's my first Chargers lunar that I've seen.
Right?
They're great.
So, K and Rip and Sip. Oh, what's up? I like that
hey.
polo. He's always got the best nicknames here in the room. K and Rip and Sip. Craig will gift you the Theismann just for the joke. What was the joke about the 30 minutes?
Yeah, it was,
Come on. Come on. That's mean.
Look, in real
Annette,
time.
Annette, come over here, Annette. Bullyism.
In real time, it was 6 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so,
Thank
you know.
6 minutes, condensed story time. So I guess you got a Theismann out of it, though.
I guess I got a Theismann.
A little smart blank, sass without the S in the front.
I was just having a goof is all.
I know. We're just having fun here in the room.
I didn't know it was gonna.
I think you're gonna get the helmet.
I think
He's
so.
giving it to you.
Look, Craig. By all
so-
means, this is your property. But if it's an ban,
I'm not
ban
gonna
'em.
ban you, Craig. We're just having fun, man. Look, it's all in good fun. Well, I can usually tell when someone's being maliciously rude and when someone's having fun.
No, we're having a good time.
Nobody's getting banned. We just gotta. If anyone's gonna get banned, it's this guy. Off the airways with you, Rip. I got the mute button. I can mute your mic.
If I come home with any more helmets, my wife is gonna be like, "Okay, people are just giving these to you."
So it's yours, Rip. And then Craig says, I'm joking, which I'm guessing he's joking about the comments made about me, or is he joking about giving him the Joe Theismann lid? All right. Well, hey. So you are giving this to Rip, just to clarify, Craig. Just want to make sure, because I don't want to have a shipping faux pas or anything. The 83 NFL MVP. Have you heard about Bradley Williams' story?
No.
Bradley Williams is a authentic guy usually. He does not like jerseys. The only jersey he keeps is Joe Theismann because of my stories.
Nice.
It's the only jersey in his PC.
Nice.
Joking about Kamen, serious about Rip. All right, it's yours, buddy.
Thank you, Craig.
Enjoy.
Thank you, buddy.
No bans unless there's a BB gun. Yeah, that.
Right.
Man. Don't remind me, Ty Percival. Those are days we don't want to think about. And the BB gun ban.
We know now. We know better.
1983 NFL MVP. How about it, Rip Camelucci? Very nice. Got a Theismann in the PC. Very cool. Sorry, Chandler, says Craig. Yeah, he was going to gift it to Chandler. Chandler wanted it, but he chose you, Rip, because of your jokes, apparently. How
Man.
about that?
I'm finally getting paid for comedy in some way, shape, or form.
Gifted to the new guy, Alex, on the condition that he has to sit down with Kamen and says, tell me about this helmet. He's been in the room, Alex Neatling, for a Theismann story. By the way, Alex will be in tomorrow, filling in for Ricky. 12-3 Alex, who'll be regularly with us on You After Dark Friday nights, as well as the 3 p.m. show on Sundays, and some of the 9 and noons as well. I know Mike can't make all the 9 and noons, so see Alex on Friday nights and Sunday afternoons. Now, he's good people. Good people, Alex Neatling. Craig being Craig, says Polo. CAW, Craig always wins. The joke won the helmet. Sorry, Chandler. See? Well, I will say, to your credit, Craig, you probably don't know this. Maybe you do know this. Rip you're technically a comedian, right? Like you do some comedy. I know you don't get paid the big bucks. You're not world famous yet, but you have a part-time job in addition to this as a comedian.
That is the best way I could ever put it to my mother. Yes. Mom, I'm technically a comedian.
You do a sports comedy show and you do other routines too, I think, right?
I do. I perform with Comedy Sports at the IO Theater here in Chicago.
There you go.
Yeah, usually catch me on Friday nights because, of course, Saturday nights I'm here. But yeah, I've been doing improv comedy for a long time now. Now I'm here. But yeah, if you're ever in town, let me know. I'll see if I can get anybody some comps. And come check us out.
OMG, Burns and Chess. Kamen didn't mean it like that, but technically you're a comedian. I'm dying. Hey, he's the one with the Theismann joke. I'm getting back at this guy. Well, you have your comedians who are sometimes really funny. You're a really funny guy. I love you, Rip.
Thank you, yeah.
But you got to get the break. There's the rich comedians we all know of.
Of
and then there's your normal comedian who does it as a side part-time job.
Yes.
Which is what you are.
Yeah, exactly. That is 1,000%. You're right. You are right. I'm a pro-am comedian.
Don't quit your day job, which is here, not the comedian job. It's here, Rip.
This is my day and night job.
That's right. Don't quit your day job. All good. I choose Rip as well. He's a Gator, so he's not used to winning anything in football.
Okay.
Shots fired.
Okay.
Shots fired.
That wasn't the case when I went there.
Oh, shots fired in the break room. Can you guys tell we have fun here? It's a fun show.
Having a great time.
We have a great time, man. Look at these. Look at these smiles. Smile.
All smiles.
Cheese, Mom.
All smiles and buckets, baby.
Right. So 4:54. Let's refresh the break page. I'll do a top to bottom rundown. We'll do the wheel spin for the 1 and 4 after this. And then we'll see if we'll keep going or if we'll get out of here for the 6 p.m. crew. So it is going to be Dom and Steven at 6, taking you guys the rest of the way. So 3 diamond boxes in. We pulled the hit of the series already, Joe Theismann, and more section, obviously Rip. But so much good stuff left. Right. So much good stuff left. Yeah. That includes the Peyton Manning Rip Speed Flex. Beautiful Rip, the blue with the blue visor, the 5-time MVP, a stunning helmet. Antonio Gates Chrome Speed Flex, one of the best tight ends of all time, Antonio Gates. Bijan Robinson on the silver Speed Flex, top 3 running back in the league. That is very clean. We have Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, the 2 best receivers in the league. Edgerrin James, Hall of Famer. Terrell Davis, Hall of Famer. Warren Moon, Hall of Famer. A.J. Brown, professional football player and professional reader as well, A.J. Brown. Dang, I forgot he's a Gator. Might have to take the helmet back. Go Dogs, says Craig. Get yourself a dog, Bijan Robinson, a Falcon dog, for sure in the break room. So we got ourselves still left in the break room in that practice squad. 8 boxes left, 4 headliners left. We have ourselves so much heat in here still. Practice squad. Devontae Adams authentic, that clean standard. What a trade that, or what a pickup that was for the Rams. Cannot wait to see Adams and Nakua together. Tyreek Hill Rave. Look for a bounce back season from the Cheetah, the fastest receiver of all time. Steve Largent, secondary headliner. Rodney Harrison, secondary headliner. 4 headliners, guys, in 8 boxes. 12 boxes to go in the 1 and 4. Still got the Hulk Hogan, the David Ortiz bat, the Erling Haaland soccer ball, secondary headliner, Shaq, Chris Chelios, and Acuna. But of course, the big one, Tom Brady Speed Flex, never before seen helmet in the break room, the GOAT, talking about $3,000+ in autograph value on that custom military style Tom Brady Speed Flex. We have the vault, the last vault break. There's a guaranteed vault key in that double box. $100 plus a helmet in the double. 3 to go in that 1 and 4. We have 5 to go in the half and half single and 6 to go in the quad. We have 5 headliners in 6 boxes. Steve Young Authentic, Marshall Faulk 2-tone Chrome Speed Flex. We got the Edgerrin James Authentic, Hall of Fame running back. Aiden Hutchinson Speed Flex, one of the best young defensive players in the league. And then Josh Jacobs Authentic, 5 and 6 chance at a headliner in that one. Last mini break, then a brand new mini series coming up. And then jerseys are 7 to go. Still got Jason Taylor, LaShawn McCoy, Mike Ditka, Fred Warner, and a secondary Frank Gore. So here's what we'll do, Rip. We're doing the wheel spin for the 1 and 4, which is closed. And I'm going to give these guys until 5:05. If the brakes are moving in the next 8 minutes, we'll keep the party going. If we're not, a couple of spots to go or not moving, we'll hop off and let the guys get ready for the 6 p.m. show. So 8 minutes to keep the party going, guys.
Sounds like a plan. There's a lot that can get done in 8 minutes.
A lot of speed flexes still out there.
So many.
And we won't have another Theismann story because we pulled one already.
You never know.
Unless he's in the vault.
You never know. I mean, he wasn't listed
He
in the
could be in
diamonds.
the 1 and 4.
He's just hanging out there.
Well, then we'll be on for longer.
Heismans are lurking.
Yeah, no headliner in the mini polo. And there's only one break left. It is not a headliner, but it's going to be two good things, obviously, right? So, jumping in on anything, Craig says, Chandler, be the leader. Chandler should be like, us FSU guys lead, the Georgia guys follow. You jump in and let them follow you.
Yeah, what happened
Chandler.
to Unconquered, Chandler?
All right. Get in there, my man. Be a college Jameis Winston, not a pro Jameis Winston.
So you want him to steal some crab legs from Publix?
No, I want you to be a leader.
That's a reason I never worked at Publix, is because you weren't allowed to have facial hair below your upper lip. So I could only ever have a mustache, which
Rough.
Mike Napolitano can pull off a mustache.
Yeah, he does.
Rip Camelucci cannot pull off a
Looks
mustache.
good. We'll go 6 clicks here. 4, 5, 6th and final click. It is the great Leon, Christopher Leon, the Chase Wheel Spin winner for the 1 and 4. So, Chris, if you're watching, let us know what number you want to start on, sir. Otherwise, we'll start you on 1. 95, the last wheel spin, Rip. But there wasn't one in your show. I think this was actually dating back to the 3 p.m.
this had to
show.
be yesterday.
Yesterday. 95 Smackaroons, the Chris Jones number. Yeah, so that's a pretty big wheel spin, if you ask me. Is that right, Chandler?
Not wrong.
Was that the best place to pick up a girl?
Supermarkets are more conducive to meeting people than you would expect.
Well, it's a wonder that it took me that long. Did not find my fiance till my 30s, Rip.
It helps that
So
it was a great sub spot.
I was missing out all that time. So thank you, Chandler, for alerting me why I was failing in the dating game.
There's nothing sexier than a Publix BOGO deal. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, man. All right. All right, let's spin this wheel for Chris on 1. Sounds like Chandler speaks from experience. So I defer to Chandler. He's like, you know that commercial, The Most Interesting Man in the World? I think that's actually Chandler. So Sunday mornings especially.
You gonna get that church crowd?
Oh, man. All right.
Chandler's got some stories, I bet.
Look, I'm a happily engaged man.
There you go.
But if I weren't, I guess I have a new thing to do. But it's going to work out, of course.
I don't know if Publix is quite the same spot as the Jewel.
Oh, the Jewel?
That Jewel.
I don't know, man. Look, I'm all about age as a number, but, what do you find in the Jewel? Like 70-year-old women, 60.
Look, man,
don't know.
age ain't nothing but a number, but at that Publix deli, it's a ticket. It's a ticket number.
Fair enough.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Let's spin the wheel. It's all Chandler's fault.
Off the
Thank
rails.
you, Chandler. $58.
58.
$58.
Dang, that's what's up.
Hey, girl. Yes, those are Dino Nuggets. No, I don't have any kids. Here's how you can pick up a girl. Try this. I'm not saying it's going to work, but hey, sweetie, I got a speed flex. How cool am I? Try that, Rip. I got a speed flex.
Hey, girl, I heard you like flex appeal.
I heard you like diamonds. I got diamonds for you.
That's just a
Ultimate
box.
autographs break. Man. So anyway, absolutely nothing wrong with the 70-year-old ladies. To be honest with you, probably shouldn't share this on the airwaves, but I dated a woman considerably older than me a while back. So respect. With that said,
A little May-December action here?
with that said, Rip, 70-year-old ladies are terrific, Marisa. But if you're a 30-year-old guy, like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, we're flirting. 40 years, Rip. That's a little much. Although Bill Belichick doesn't agree, apparently.
Yeah, talk to Leo DiCaprio as well.
Yeah.
Like, what happens every time one of his girlfriends turns 25?
Honest to God, Marisa, here's the truth, Rip.
Yeah.
My favorite people I get along with are kids and older people. That's my crowd. My peers, not as good as kids and older people. But with that said, probably not going to marry a 70-year-old woman. So nothing wrong with them. I'm just saying in terms of age, Marisa, not the usual age I would go for as a 34-year-old gentleman. But yes, 70-year-old women are terrific. You guys are terrific, no doubt about that. Now we're all in a good mood, says Chandler, right? We're all in a good mood. So when I was in Jonesboro, Arkansas, my first job, ABC affiliate, we're the only TV station in town, Rip. And people loved our TV station. So actually, believe it or not, I was a mini celebrity my first job.
Ooh.
So I would go to Jewel, I'd get noticed. It was Walmart actually at the time. I'd get noticed about every third time I went. And about 80% of the time it was a woman 70 or older. So they were out there shopping. They're like, "You're that young guy that's on the sports on the weekends.
Yeah, there you
Is
go.
that you? What's your name?
There's your sports demographic.
How do you say your name?"
Watching the local sports.
Right? I can't say I disagree, and you're not my... Oh, come on, Marisa. Come on. Is it because I'm a Bears fan? I love you, Marisa. Come on.
It would never work.
I'm
It
not
would never
your type. That's rough. That is rough. I know she's kidding, but man, Marisa. Do I dare ask what her type is? I'd probably leave that one alone, Rip.
Oh, well, I mean,
We've already gone down the deep range.
Yeah, we really want to keep uncovering. Look, these are mystery boxes of the mind and heart.
Right?
Really.
A house tomorrow divided. Yeah.
Hey, 100 messages.
So I'm actually not her type simply because she's a Packer fan and I'm a Bear fan.
Exactly.
That's it. We'll leave it at that, Rip. We'll leave it at that. That's the only reason, which, again, I have a fiance, so we're good.
I guess there's that too.
You're not my type because, I'm not single. That's the reason, right? So Madden cover should have been Bill Belichick doing the airplane with his girlfriend on the beach.
Bring back NFL head coach
Okay.
by EA Sports just for that.
I'll give you what, though. He's a college football coach.
Oh, yeah.
Put him on the college football video game with the girlfriend.
you
Now,
go.
that is some good marketing.
There you go.
So Maurice and I could make a beautiful collection together of your helmets, Jeff. Of your helmets, right? You got it, J.A., says Marisa. So, by the way, all jokes aside, a serious question here from Ken. What's the chase wheel? So, Ken, at the beginning of each show, I spin this wheel, whatever wheel it lands on. This is the series that is the chase wheel spin. I actually handpicked the 1 and 4 this time, but usually we spin the wheel.
That was a curated selection.
Curated decision. Usually we spin the wheel. Whatever that wheel lands on, that is the series we're chasing that show. So every break we do in the series gets entered in the chase wheel spin. Every break that fills, that is. So, for example, we did 1 1 and 4 double and 1 1 and 4 single. The double gets their name in times 2. 4-spot break, 12 names in the wheel spin. I do the top spot randomization. Top name gets a gift card anywhere from $1 to $100. Whatever this wheel lands on, $58 for Christopher Leone. By the way, I'm seeing comments, and I want to look?
Oh, everyone's just having a good time.
We might need a prenup for each helmet.
Which is very funny because I'm imagining one for each individual helmet.
So, there you go. Well, this has been a hoot today.
How do you like living in a world where I'm your producer now and we'll just take you down these insane tangents?
I like it, Rip. I like you, man. The chase was the 1 and 4, which we just did the wheel. I'm sitting here at a stoplight laughing my butt off in the car next to me are looking at me like I'm crazy, says Ty. You're welcome. And I'm not even an actual comedian. Rip is. You're welcome.
Hey, my job is to make everyone around me look better.
All right, I like that. Another great show, Kamen and Rip, says Timothy Edgett. Was out of the country for over 2 weeks, just got back yesterday, missed watching the live. Thanks, guys.
Welcome
if you don't mind
back.
me asking, Tim, what country were you in, my man? I love traveling the world, by the way, Rip. You know, I would go every year if I could, but we've been doing this thing with my family like every other year or third year. We go back to Bulgaria, plus we do another country. So I love traveling the world.
I am desperately trying to vacation outside of the country. I don't even have a passport, Kamen.
Oh, you need to.
I know.
You need to. So thanks, Kamen, says Fontez. You're welcome, Fonz. Welcome, Fonz.
Come in.
So, hey, let me look here real quick. Double check there's nothing that's super close. Let me refresh this bad boy. 8 to go on the Diamonds, which will be the hot break tonight, by the way. All the headliners left but Mike Evans. 1 and 4 still has the Brady in there. That'll be hot as well. So I think we're at a good sign-off point here. Hungary, Budapest. Ooh, Budapest, Hungary. Very nice, Tim.
Going to Ireland.
That is cool.
Oh, nice.
Chandler going back to Ireland tomorrow. So drink up, Chandler, maybe in Dublin or something.
Chandler, were you out there for that? It was Seminoles and Irish, right? Notre Dame, the game that they played there this year.
I think it was Florida State against someone else, and they got upset the opener.
Yeah, because
it was FSU and Georgia Tech, maybe.
Yes, that sounds more like it. Because I had some friends who also love to travel. They go everywhere. They were in Ireland for that game, and they were up and down the country, and they just kept running into Floridians, and they are also from Florida. They're fellow Gators.
That always happens, dude.
And so they were like, "What is happening?"
That always happens. That always happens. Happened to me in Italy. I ran into a bunch of. So in Italy, I'm from Bulgaria originally. It was when I visited Bulgaria a few years back. Went to Italy with the combo trip, and I met people from Bulgaria. Then I also met people from I think it was Glen Ellen. So it was like, what? What world am I living in, man? At the Vatican of all places, Rip. At the Vatican, I met people from Bulgaria and from Glen Ellen. So go figure. I wasn't, says Chandler, I'd go over to golf. He is a big golfer, Chandler. He is the golf guru in the break room. All right, Rip, final thoughts on this great show here. Final thoughts on this awesome Wednesday afternoon.
We almost had too good a time. I'll say that.
Almost too much fun.
Yeah. That's more or less what I got. A little surprised we didn't get more into the Diamonds and attack the 1 and 4, but I'm glad we broke into it. Nice to meet you as well. Is that Montez?
Fontez. He's the Fonz.
The Fonz. I believe I was here Saturday night with Joe.
Yeah.
And Fontez said hello.
He's a Steeler fan.
He was talking about Kamen, and Kamen, or not Kamen, you're Kamen. He was talking about Colin. Colin just so happened to be watching. And he's like, are my ears ringing?
How about that?
It was crazy. It was a fun time.
How about that?
Fun time.
So great job, Rip. Thank you so much for co-hosting, producing.
Great job, Kamen.
Great job to the customers. Thank you guys so much for watching, chatting, and buying. You guys make the show possible. You guys make the show fun. We're goofballs here, but without you guys, the laughs would not be the same. And the helmets, like this beautiful Mike Evans, the hit of the show, the Speed Flex, would not be the same either. So we'll be right back at 6 p.m. It'll be Dom and Steven at 6. I'll be back tomorrow night at 6. Rip, you're back tomorrow at 9 a.m. 9, 12, 3, and 6 Central Time every single day from right here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. Have a great night, guys, and we'll see you soon.
Wahoo!